That. But yeah,
I like
I guess I should say welcome everyone to the QNA and card making stream. I am joined with some buddies, joined with Axel.
Hello.
Dark.
Hello.
Allice, aka Tally, aka Talon, for those who need a quick refresher.
AKA Bird God.
AKA Bird God.
Oh god,
AKA
why am I here again? Oh no, I've been locked in the basement. Oh no.
Exactly.
The funny thing is, I'm now in a basement.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
You are. I know you
They
are.
actually live in a basement. I'm saying.
I know.
We are.
I do. The rats freak me out. I don't like talking about it. The rats do freak me out. Ugh.
Rats?
Crazy?
Long story.
That was crazy ones. Either way, I'm also here.
I will.
I'm also here with Maria,
Hello.
Seals,
Hello, how are
Good
you
talk,
doing
Seal.
today?
See
There we go.
Do fucking ASMR.
welcome everyone to HiveAU ASMR. I hope you all enjoy a really fun stream.
I wasn't
tonight.
even thinking of ASMR. I'm just like, welcome to NPR News.
Welcome to NPR News, and I'm also here with Emile.
Hi, I'm here. I am that one friend who's just kind of chilling on the couch while everyone else does important things.
See,
You might remember him from such projects as that one episode of my Nuzlocke and that other episode of my Nuzlocke.
See,
And
I love
also
it.
Pokemon Smash Your Pass that's not out yet.
And
See,
also,
I
the-
love
And
how-
also, in Red's, I think in like Red's channel where Emile did actually try to do D&D, right?
Yep,
Hmm.
I just didn't remember if Fred actually put it on their channel.
they did.
Fine, kid, huh? Wait, pause, go back.
And also
elaborating
that and also the Pokemon Friend Lock, which I am also a part of.
yeah, everyone here is part of the Pokemon
Yeah.
Friend Lock. They have at least everyone here has at least shown up for one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's awesome
yeah.
it is-
Pawns
I-
have time
I was-
as cheese.
I played One Jewel and also
Stop.
Aster.
But today we're just going to relax, hang out, talk some stuff. You guys want to say anything we can discuss? We'll probably discuss a little bit of the next campaign that'll be starting potentially next week if I get everything all settled. That is a very long, hard task to do though. But I did the same thing with D&Z though.
Right, he's got that,
Yes, you
it's
do.
okay. He's just exaggerating.
I will say I already have multiple of starting weapons for everyone. Just like I found a thing, and I found so many long swords, maces, hammers, everything.
Wow.
Time Kid just says next week. Slow down, might be.
Nah, bro, we got that. It's up, bro. We gotta keep the people entertained.
I need money. I have to go through I have to go through a toe surgery in 2 weeks.
No.
Fucking donate.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why you said you thought you were gonna go through a divorce.
What?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, B just has to cut his toe out of his life.
Oh no.
I just gotta remove infected ingrown toenails and
Right, Traveler, there's probably not going to be chakrams, but there's going to be a halberd, probably.
Look, B, all I'm saying is, to get money, you don't need all of your organs.
I actually do because of my unhealthy lifestyle. I feel like the only reason I'm alive is because of my organs.
Never mind, I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry.
You know, Elise, fun fact, we need majority of our organs to live.
Yeah, fun fact.
But
over
not
from
all. You said majority,
Maybe I can give
Axel.
him a kidney
But I'm just saying,
or go to a certain bank. Either way.
majority isn't all.
Oh, you mean the blood bank? The
Exactly.
spank bank, bro.
The black market?
Yes.
No.
Either way. We are going to be
What the
making
fuck's
some
happening?
cards and answering some Q&A questions. We have a little bit of a list from people. And, yeah. I have a question. You guys can basically make cards. Maybe we can make some Dinosaur King. We can make some Yu-Gi-Oh! Some Dungeon Morphers. And I'm wondering, should I make a skill? For the skills, should I make them into cards as well?
I mean, why not?
It's up to you, bro.
I
Whatever you
mean-
want to do.
Probably the easiest way to do them.
It is
Yeah.
neat keeping track of them with cards, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it would be. So I feel like I
Yeah.
would have to do skills fight.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, the Q&A questions were so long ago. You guys can type new ones because we actually have a decent amount of people in chat.
Oh, that's why I don't remember them.
I don't remember them at all.
I guess we'll.
I mean,
Axel,
if
that's what
anybody
you're
in the live
ADHD.
chat has some other stuff to ask,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, hey, if people have other stuff, but first I will go through one of the questions. And by the way, these questions are a bit old by D. It was like by when we were still doing D and Z. It's like a month, so like not as old as we think.
These questions are pretty old. Like a month.
It's probably like 2 months old.
Probably.
You still ask your questions, as you know.
There's
I
a.
mean, I'm sure not a lot has changed since then.
I'll start us off
Yeah.
with a very simple one. What's everyone's favorite food from Rat Traveler?
Huh?
Well, don't everybody fucking jump at once, guys.
I guess
God.
I'll start off first.
Yeah,
My favorite food is pizza. I love pizza.
Well, Dark, I'm sorry. I need to come up with an actual answer and not just say your mother.
Not real. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, okay. My favorite food, I like Alfredo pasta. It doesn't really matter what necessarily like goes in it, but I prefer it with shrimp. With if anything, I like me some seafood. So you know, chicken Alfredo's good too, though.
Yeah, chicken Alfredo is pretty good.
I do like chicken Alfredo, so I would say that would be my favorite.
Well, now I'm sad.
So I
For-
have 2
I like-
for-
favorites.
What are your 2 favorites, Axel?
I love sushi.
There's 3 actually.
Oh, you go first, Seal. Sorry. Mine's a bit of a
I
longer
love
one.
sushi. Sushi is my favorite food. I could eat all day.
I'll just shotgun mine up real quick too. My favorite is mostly any kind of chicken, but fried chicken and teriyaki chicken are my absolute favorites.
Very fair. I have 2 favorite foods. One is basically mostly just one that I like making. The other one is just in general. I really like burrito.
What?
What's Maria?
What is that?
Well, that's the school one of my
it-
friends went to.
It sounds like you sneezed right as you were starting to say Maria. Burrito.
But
Bro, don't eat her though. That's rough, bud. Don't do that.
so
Kills his
burrito,
job, man.
That's my job.
burrito is like basically. So think of a taco, but instead of like the white people tacos of like ground beef and all that, and
Person said white people tacos is crazy.
because no, okay, technically, like I've actually like had to like double check, and like an actual taco is literally just shredded beef, and then cilantro and onion. There's nothing else on it.
Hey, Axel, can you look at the mirror for me? Thank you.
I am more Hispanic than you, and you know it.
Oh, I don't care. The white people tacos is crazy.
I'm sorry.
Time Kid says, you know, I have a question. If you have switch bots with your character in a campaign, what character do you switch with, and how well would you do?
Okay, so I guess so. How I would
Okay.
say I would put the question is, like, I wouldn't say like, not switching characters, like putting Koji in Power Rangers or Curtis into D&Z, but each other's characters. Like, Dark, would you, if out of like, Isabel, Yuki, Kaneko, or Vex, who would you play as if you could have played as one of those instead of
That's not how I heard the question at all.
No,
you
that's
just say,
not
like,
the question.
What
Oh.
scenario? Like what?
Yeah,
like
like-
what?
like you
who would we live
yourself as,
as?
like, Yeah, like a person.
Oh, okay. yeah,
You
that's
as the
fine.
person, like who you are, you'd switch like with one of your characters.
Also, Seal just died.
Can I
May he
finish
rest
my,
in
my
peace.
thing quick though?
No,
Yeah, go ahead,
check
Axel.
on me.
Okay,
So,
there it is.
So
There you
basically,
go.
just think of like a taco, but instead of like the ground beef, it's like this roast that's like put in like this broth and slow cooked, and then you shred up the beef from that, and then put it in the taco, and then dip the the corn tortilla in the broth, and then cook it, and then serve it with the broth to dip.
That sounds good, actually.
It does
It's
sound
So,
good.
It's really good and hearty.
so, mine for that is, I'm not gonna lie, Dark kind of stole my fucking answer, but
Oh, yeah, what you say? You're gonna say chicken Alfredo?
Bro, you could
I'm
just
gonna do-
fucking say it if it's true.
I'm gonna do the smart thing, and to be different, say chicken Alfredo with steamed broccoli, smiley face.
And then the food that I like that I can make is called spam musubi, which is really just like rice. That's like rice and then spam on top wrapped in seaweed.
What's
Huh.
masubi mean?
It's a Hawaiian dish. It's like a Hawaiian snack.
Oh.
I don't know what musubi means.
Maria
but
sounded so disappointed in that.
I think musubi is just a type of like is a kind of sushi wrap thing. But I learned how to make it, and it's very easy and simple, but it just tastes really good to me.
That's cool.
Anyway,
Okay, did everybody answer the food one before
Yeah,
it's your time?
I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
I
All right.
think so.
I'll go first then, I guess, about switching places with my character. So, not fucking Alex. Let's get that out of the way immediately.
Yeah.
Not fucking
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in Lexi's place. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Benny
happening,
can
guys.
suffer. Fuck Benny.
So it's between Koji or Curtis for me. And I would switch places with Koji because Curtis's life fucking sucked as a child. He had a lot of trauma to go through. At least Koji had like loving parents and stuff. I mean, he was like mentally abused by like an asshole or something like that. But like, you know, it's like, I mean, who hasn't? Am I right? So, yeah, I'd switch places with Koji. And how well would I do? I mean, I literally like play the fucking card game for him, so I think I'd do pretty good.
And then eventually you get a girlfriend that can kick your ass.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what can I say? So yeah, I would switch places with Koji, easy.
What can I say when you're winning?
I think I would also probably switch places. Like it's very much I'm in the middle of switching between On and Kaneko, and they're all in different ways. Where I feel like in Kaneko's side, I'd probably be able to be okay, but I would not be nearly as calm and collected as Kaneko is. Like I would probably be panicking extra hard. But
What did my cards do?
But on On's end, like literally, like On's life is pretty okay. Besides, like her horrible fucking father, but he's just long gone. And I don't know. I feel like I'd be a bit more stressed if I try to do what On wants to do when like she grows up. Being a boxer and a fashion designer. So,
Yeah.
Probably, I feel like I would probably have an easier time actually surviving in Kaneko's world.
I mean, all you need to do is eat, and you're fine.
That is true.
I wonder who I will choose of all my one character.
I guess I can go next. I would switch places with Cody, not fucking Vex.
Vex and Benny would be horrible choices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
None of us would
choice where I
survive.
survive.
Okay, Summer says, I mean, you will also have the wrench. That's true. I mean, you know, that's true.
The God Wrench.
But he at least has the loving grandpa. Yeah, both his parents are dead, but at least he does at least have a father figure.
That's true.
Yeah.
And there's a tall Amazoness woman waiting for me. What's not to like?
That's true.
What's a robot?
Also-
a cat girl. And
I also
a
feel
bunny
like on
guy?
top of that, Sims, I feel like that you would have more of a backbone than Cody, so you'd probably stand up to Brick better. Or not Brick, Stone,
Stone?
sorry.
Oh,
What about you,
stand
Maria?
up if I see Brick.
Okay, I would have to say Emily would be
Violet,
the
right?
No, no, not Violet. I'm definitely not choosing Yuki. I am sorry. Yuki is such a brat, and I hate how I played her.
You know, sometimes it'd be rough like that.
Sometimes
Okay.
you don't realize the character you're playing until you're already playing them.
Yeah.
Maria, why
Anyway.
do you hate your Subway sandwich? You made it.
Thank you. I
You're
Really?
the one
did.
who made it.
I know. Okay. Yes, I know I did, but anyway, I would honestly just choose Emily because she likes helping people, and that's like me in real life. I like helping everyone, so I would just
I'm
choose
kid.
her.
Brick was not the father's name. The father's name was Steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's beef. Beef.
Oh,
That was
beef.
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 And their
Yeah,
dog,
it
pork
was
chop.
beef. It was beef.
Yeah.
I love that there's also now technically another thing you and Seals has in common, Maria. You have like at least one character you fucking despise that you played as.
I hate Benny. I wanted Benny to die. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't like, even though I had Yugi as that, I started to not like how I played as her.
Alright,
She
so
was just weird.
Endarp and DNZ, you see we have new characters. You see Yuki and Benny are both in the Null Void realm from Ben 10, so now they're just stuck there. Here are their new characters.
You see that they have been sent to the Phantom Zone.
The ghost zone, if you will.
Ghosts.
The Ghost Zone.
Danny
Don't mind.
Phantom D&D win.
Don't mind these conspicuous Yuki and Benny sized coffins in the corner.
Oh my god.
I might have to go make dinner for my dad.
I was gonna say, like, B like
That's
walks
okay, we can-
away with suspiciously Benny-shaped throat.
Jesus. Alright, and before I do that, so we have what were your all favorite food?
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, yeah. Obviously, I'd have to switch with Leo, but I think I'd do okay in Leo's place.
And probably a question for Elise though: would you want to switch between either Ojama Pink or Bird God?
Yeah, which one?
1 second.
I thought
Oh god,
I thought that the choice would be obvious.
But
but
Sorry, what was the question? I was doing.
Would
I
you
was
rather
doing that.
switch places with Ojama Pink or Bird God?
Oh God, you give me the best questions. Okay.
Ojama Pink.
Both are good. Both I
Are
could
they?
say, fuck you to all of you. Let's see.
You see, you
Wow.
you pick your character that you are right now on the stream layout.
To basically warn you all. Oh yeah, you could like I don't know if you could include Travis's, but like to also to give you all a warning. Elise's a little bit sick, and they get a little bit angry when they're sick.
No, I get sassy when I'm sick.
No, same thing.
Let's see. Do I get the
I mean, I guess any
powers?
campaign, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to fucking be in Nolan's shoes. Poor fucker.
Yeah.
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 So, if I choose Ojama Pink or Bird God, do I get the powers of either one of them?
Yes.
I mean, if Dark gets the wrench, then I would say yes.
Yeah.
Reasonable. Okay,
Got it.
so here's my issue. Bird God is wonderful. I get psychic powers. He's cool. If I choose Ojama Pink, I get a really rad sword named Sticky. Or sorry,
Swordy.
Swordy.
Sorty.
Sorty.
Doesn't Ojama Pink have a wife too?
Yeah.
His
Yes.
Oja wife. Yes.
Oja wife, which I believe
He has
is
Oja wife.
which I believe is a mantis
wife.
or what?
Wait.
Oh,
I
I
think
think my parent is here with the food, so I'll be right back as well.
You're good.
I don't remember I remember talking a lot about his Oja wife. I don't remember anything about the Oja wife.
To be fair, it has been a little bit. You have indeed slept since then, I assume.
I doubt it.
Listen. The powers of sleep the powers of sleeping and forgetting about the Oja wife are not indistinguishable. Just because I sleep doesn't mean anything. I think I gotta have the Oja wife. I think I gotta figure out what she is.
Podkid says you could also be Doku.
I could.
You could've been
Ooh, I
Doku.
could. Hashtag goth women.
Like, you don't actually, like, I don't imagine you, like, switch, like, bodies with the person, would you? Or, like, would you just, like, change places with them? Time Kid, elaborate. You asked the question.
I don't know. But either
Look,
way,
Time Kid, if you're telling me I can swap bodies, look, if I get to be Goth,
No, you just change places, so it's just like you, as you are now, would be swapped.
Interesting.
But I guess it means
Probably get all their powers and abilities, and like anything that they would have, you would have. But like you, as the person you are now, would be, you know,
God,
swapped.
I'm not hot enough to be Leo.
so what? Span of events
No one
still
is.
Span of events still happens to them. So like, I get to talk to a skull servant. I have a power of a god. Also, yeah, that's pretty rad. I think I'll take that, please. Thank you.
Oh, interesting. Here we got Chaos Summoner with the question. Okay, if you were to switch your characters around, like put your Endarp character in Power Rangers and your Power Rangers character in Endarp, how would you like how would each character handle the world?
Can I just like?
So Koji and Curtis would do the same shit.
Can I just put it? I just want to point a thing out.
What?
If we looked at it, if the Endarp crew went to either the Power Ranger universe or the DNZ universe, both of those universes are fucking dead. These five
Yeah.
fuckers have 5 little gods in their back pocket at all times.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Well, you guys.
Like
figured
if you're
this
just
out.
like switching
I'll be back.
characters like out, like give the abilities that they had.
Oh yeah, Koji
Like,
would
they have the same abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
Koji and Curtis would be the same person, like
True.
honestly.
Yeah.
I would
They'd
say
be the
though,
same
I
person.
you know how like Curtis is the Red Wolf Ranger, Koji would turn into the Red Wrench Ranger.
True. And his weapon would be a wrench too. But honestly, I don't see them being too different. Curtis is a lot more like angry than Koji is though.
got
Like
it.
Koji gets angrier than Curtis does, I feel like. But like Curtis is always angry, and Koji used to be like really aloof and didn't really give a shit. So like I feel like there would be a lot more confrontation between him and like other people, as opposed to like even Koji like got into it with a lot of people. But I think honestly Curtis would probably have just like fucking beat the shit out of Oscar. There would have never been
Yeah.
a rivalry. Curtis would have just fucking broke his nose, and that would have been the end of it. Cole would not survive. No, Cole would get fucking murdered. He's lucky that he survived Koji, and fucking Curtis is way more quick to throw hands. So, and then like,
Alright, I do need to go, but first off, before I go, what do you guys think of this brand new card, Ice Age Catapult? Level 7.
he looks neat.
Level 7 Synchro
I
Rock
like it.
Water Attribute Monster, 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters. When this card is synchro summoned, shuffle 1 Water Attribute Monster from your graveyard into your deck. You can pay 500 life points, then target 1 spell or trap card on the field and return it to the owner's hand. You can only use this effect of Ice Age Catapult once per turn.
It sounds good.
Which also is, you can target your own cards and return them to your hand. Which who knows, that
Oh.
could come in handy as well. Yeah, he has a generic effect, but he's also pretty good for water-based decks.
Nice.
Yeah, I am gonna go, but you guys continue the question.
Okay. So like Curtis in the Endarp world, I feel like he would be more like he would be more like Isabel, I guess, in that he doesn't really, unless like he was born in that world, I guess, like, you know, he would know what the card game is, obviously, but he would like try to avoid dueling and do things other ways. You know, the fisticuffs most likely. Curtis or Koji in fucking DNZ is like, they either die the first day because they're too reckless, or they just survive the whole thing because they're fucking like crazy. So
Yeah.
like Alex in either of the other worlds, he'd probably do good as a Power Ranger, I think. Like I could see him being a good Power Ranger. It's kind of like Lightspeed Rescue, how like they were all like different like fields that like help people and stuff, you know, like a firefighter and shit, like, you know, he's a cop, so like kind of be like that. In the Endarp universe, I think he might like freak out a little bit, because like I don't know if you guys caught on to it, but Alex was like freaking out a lot, and he just was really good at hiding it. if he's fighting gods and shit, like he was fighting zombies before, but like if he's fighting gods and shit, I'm pretty sure he's gonna like have a panic attack. So he probably wouldn't do too good in the Endarp universe. But like the slower like build up that Power Rangers has got going on, I feel like he could handle it a little bit better. That's pretty much how I feel about that. If we want to like pull some other campaigns, Nolan would not fucking last. Poor little fucker.
Gosh, yeah. I remember Nolan.
Yeah, he'd probably die.
Yeah.
In the Endarp universe, as a Power Ranger, he probably wouldn't be that good, and he would be the first fucker to be eaten in D&Z. So like, yeah, I don't have high hopes for that boy. He's lucky in the Pokemon universe that he's made it as far as he did. Yeah, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, I'll tell you that much. And I think that's everybody that I've played that people might know who they are. If I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Like, I have had other characters, but they were, like, from campaigns I never finished, or,
Yeah.
He has never been the same since the Cube incident, that's true. But yeah, that's my take there, my answer. So, Maria Seals, others, if you'd like to elaborate on yours.
I guess I can start next. Cody would be dead on the second day in D&Z.
Oh no!
Out of the way. Either by him getting bitten by zombies or blowing his brains out. One of those.
Or jumping off a bridge.
No!
Probably jumping off the bridge.
Oh no!
And then in Endarp, I think he would do pretty well in Endarp, but still be very scared. It's just, it switches. And then let's say Vex. I feel like Vex would do pretty okay in D&Z. Probably make it like.
I would suggest waiting till you come back, B, because it'll probably be a second. We got some stuff going. I just hate to interrupt. Seals, my bad. I just wanted to answer B real quick since I'm watching
fine.
chat.
Yeah, Vex would probably do okay in D&Z. Probably make it to 100 days, and then probably just off himself like, well, I'm dead. See you all in therapy. Bang.
No.
And then in Power Rangers, probably okay, but he would probably replace Danny as like the chair, as the guy in the chair.
I mean,
Vex is not physically strong at all. Well, he got better. And then Benny. Benny's a nutcase. I really don't know how he would do in Endarp or Power Rangers. He would probably do good in Power Rangers actually, with his blunt attitude and beating everybody up he sees. And Endarp, I don't know how he would do. I think he would be like, cool, I have a god, and just beat everybody up with a baseball bat.
yeah,
That's all I
probably.
can really say. Benny's a character that I don't know that much about, so we'll just go there. That's all I got. Maria, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. I believed with the D and Z one, Emily would be completely freaking out. She would not be able to like calm herself down at all. Because they're like zombies that she would have to fight, and she doesn't seem like she would be able to. In the Power Ranger one with Yugi, I don't think she would make a great Power Ranger, if I'm being honest.
No, she would not. She's like what would happen if Curtis and Anne like did the fusion dance and then just like were kind of real mean to people all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so she would be just like her usual self in a Power Ranger game. I would not like.
Curtis would fucking hate her too. He would fucking hate
What?
her.
I bet
Curtis
you
would hate Yuki, bro.
What would it be like? Enemies
Yeah,
to
like
lovers,
obviously
and
he's a
then they
fucking
just-
commoner, you know, he's poor and shit. Obviously she'd hate
It'd
him.
be like enemies to love, and then they just hate fuck. Would that be?
No,
I mean, maybe,
No.
I guess, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like if Yuki ever did end up in a Power Ranger game and she end up meeting Koda, she would be like, okay,
Ew, poor. And he's the leader of the team? Ew, poor.
What? Don't have a dad anymore? Can't be me.
can't relate, really.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, your dad's such a great fucking guy, that's why he was a piece of shit to you your whole fucking life. I'd rather have a dead dad than a fucking shitty one. Yeah, get fucking roasted.
Fight, 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 fight.
Okay. Going back to the D&D one again with Yuki. She would be like, I don't think she would be like.
It's kind of just like
Terrified.
Violet, but we're rich.
No, Violet wasn't that bad, bro.
No, Violent wasn't. She was just more like, kept to herself and got scared of being
Cole
close
again is
to
not
people.
surviving. Nah, Cole's fucked, bro. I don't know if you guys saw Axel's response there. You know, just throw it out there in case you missed it in the chat. You want to go look at it since they're still gone. Rewind a little bit. You'll see it on the screen.
Yeah, again with Yugi, I feel like she would just use whichever weapon she finds and just throw something at the zombie.
Alright, fellas, I'm right back. I'm gonna go grab something to eat real quick. You guys keep bantering.
Alright. With I'm gonna say with Emily in the end of one, I feel like she would be willing to understand the game and try to play it. And she would also be willing to like help other people with studying and other things. But yeah, that's all I got from my Kyoto.
Well, I guess if I had to put Leo in any of these campaigns, I wonder how he'd do. I think he'd be okay at Endar. Probably not the greatest duelist, but he'd be okay. He would do horrible. Fair. He'd do horrible in D&D. I feel like he'd lose his cool so freaking quickly.
Yeah.
He'd see the zombies everywhere and he'd be like, "Nope, friend, time for me to nope out of here," and just fucking book it. As for Power Rangers, again, I think he'd be alright.
Yeah, I think he would be.
No idea what color he'd be, but it'd be fun. God. What's a good question for the three of us that are still here?
Yeah, the others are away for a bit. But
Yeah.
I don't know, actually.
Oh, okay, I got one for you, Seals. what gave you the idea to have your Pokemon campaign?
That's a good one.
So I used to DM back in the good old days before I met these people, and I don't know. I guess it just really kind of missed it. And Pokemon was my favorite thing, and I've always wanted to do a Nuzlocke. So I guess I was just like, Pokemon sounds easy enough, so I guess I'll run it. But then a lot of people it's hard to find scheduling, and a lot of people had other D&Ds, so that was just always in my back pocket. But I
Then
guess
you
it's
saw-
just because I like to be a DM, and I thought it just would be nice to get back in the saddle of DMing.
Yeah, you saw me, Chaos, and Blue Dragon in a VC like poor little orphan children in the middle of the rain, and you're just like, yes, these three. Perfect.
Kidnap these three and use them.
Oh no.
For donation, I mean friendship.
Yes.
No, I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I hope it is.
Just to keep going with the metaphor. How could I use these poor little orphan children? I did not notice that apparently Time Kid said a question at some point.
Oh, I actually thought about this.
Okay.
If any of them were to start a YouTube channel, it would be fucking Vex.
Oh, so what's the question?
Which of your character would be a YouTuber?
Oh gosh.
That would be
Oh,
Vex in a fucking heartbeat, just making weird shit.
Honestly, I feel like it would be Yugi because she would just be showing off her mansion and whatever expensive thing she has.
The
Yeah.
Yuki vlog?
Maybe.
Yeah, and Leo, as we discussed in the most recent episode of Pokemon Last Evolution, you should go watch that, by the way. If you haven't been. We even straight out said he'd probably be a podcaster. Also, hi to the people in chat. If you're not already in the HiveAU Discord somehow, and you ended up on this live stream, or watching this video when it comes out, join the Discord!
A join.
Yuki is Mr. Beast.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Mr. Beast. I am sorry for people who do, but no, I'm not a fan of him.
What about
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Blast?
I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. I'm just not a
Oh,
fan
good.
of the guy.
Mr. Blast?
No, we're not doing this.
You mean you don't like Mr. Big Blast?
No. Must I make it clear?
I love how each time we are just making the name worse.
Oh, keep going. I can get mad. You guys never seen me mad.
Oh, B asked a good one. Who's a
What
better
is
main
it?
NPC, Danny, Paul, or Chad?
Oh gosh.
No horse
Fuck
in
is
this
Chad?
race.
Anyways. I guess
Okay, I'm back.
No, I guess
Hi, Knight.
Oh, you missed us talking about Mr. Blast.
Oh, okay.
Emile? I will!
So Time Kid had a question, which one of your characters would be a YouTuber?
Yeah, Mr. Blast. He's already a YouTuber, bro.
Yana!
And then
Wait now! No!
he did ask, who's a better main NPC, Danny, Paul, or Chad?
That's honestly hard, if I'm being honest.
It's Chad.
For me, at least.
It's Chad. Let's be real.
I mean...
It's
Let's
Chad.
be honest, Paul wasn't a main NPC. Maki was the true main NPC.
If we're talking like characters that aren't like from Friendlock though, out of all of them, I don't think any of them would, honestly. Maybe Nolan. I could see him maybe doing it. Definitely not fucking Curtis. He wouldn't do it. Koji probably not either. And Alex is in the zombie apocalypse. I guess if he wasn't in the zombie apocalypse though, maybe him.
Timekid has not seen Chad yet, and Timekid had to ask you, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah, bro. Time Kid, watch DNZ, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, please, Time Kid.
It's good shit, bro. It's good shit.
It is.
Okay, I've got a question. Y'all have to remake your characters from one campaign gets erased. You have to make a brand new character that will run through that same campaign. What kind of character would you make and for which campaign?
I like all my characters, honestly.
Same. Even though Yugi is a handful.
Oh, best pet, Skipper, Yipper, or Peanut Butter? Skipper, bro.
Skipper.
Miss me with that.
Skipper would clear the other ones.
Oh man, that's hard for me. I would have to say, I don't know.
I would like including like other campaigns. I would probably do Nolan. I don't really like how he ended up like fucking everything up in the end.
Are we saying who would kill and make a new character for?
Like who like gets erased, never made.
Oh, Benny.
Like
Make a different
you-
character.
like, yeah.
Benny,
and,
get him the fuck out of here.
And then like I would honestly probably just make a character similar to Nolan, but like more intelligent.
Okay.
Alright, for me,
Um,
that's a
Benny
really
got erased,
easy
I would just make
one.
a
I'm
genius.
saying Yugi. Just Yugi needs to get out. I'm sorry.
Any idea what you'd make in her place?
Probably like just like a normal nicer girl.
Oh, that sounds boring as fuck though.
Hey! Emily's nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's like, yeah, my statement stands.
My statement
It
stands.
is true. Yuki was not boring.
Okay, fine. Fine. But that's the best answer I got.
Also, Timekid says no because then Andrew Jr. wouldn't exist.
Oh my gosh, we're not doing this!
Yes, we are.
It's
You
a
can't stop.
dragon! It's a dragon. Okay, people, it's a
Okay, but
dragon.
what's its name? What's its name, though? What's his name?
Yes. I am not. It is not Andrew Jr. There's no way. No. We are not going back
On
to
his
that.
fucking
If
driver's
you guys could
license, it's
play
Andrew
someone
Jr.
else's character, like from the same campaign, who would you switch your character out with and like play their character?
Huh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh man.
Well, as the
That is
DM,
a
I'll
good
choose
one.
to play all the NPC characters I am.
Hi B.
Welcome back, B.
Welcome back.
Back for like 15 minutes. What happened to Elise?
they were feeling really sick, so they had to dip.
Yeah, they had to leave.
Alright.
They weren't feeling that great.
I can give you guys my answer if you want
What's your answer?
for that
Go
question.
ahead.
Benny, I could fix him.
You can fix them.
I could fix
would
him. If I
honestly-
was playing Benny, I could
I-
fix him.
I honestly want to know how you play Penny.
Well, I would have dropped the thruple shit. That would have been a good one. Two-Face, I hope to God you do. And I would have made him less of an asshole.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's really all you need to do. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just need to figure out how I'm going to answer this question. Am I just like picking from whatever campaign? Or am I just like the tax exempt pretty face here?
I mean, if anything, how about you just like if you could pick like any of my NPCs, if you could play as any of them, who would you play as?
Oh, I would love to play Maki.
Maki, yes.
Okay. Next question. I know, like, who's everyone's favorite NPC? Let me guess, Maki.
Maki.
Man, Maria didn't even get to fucking answer my question, bro. What kind of shit is this?
I was gonna say now we're gonna go back to Maria.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
So,
Use-
if you could, like, pick someone else's character and swap your character out for them and play their character, who would you pick?
I think I would pick like Lexi, because she's like a history teacher and I do like history in real life, so I think that would be fun.
If we're being serious like deadass, I feel like I could do a better job playing Kaneko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad
Just-
nobody chose any of my characters. That means I did good.
No, I think you play your characters perfectly.
Yeah, I like how you play your characters.
Kaneko just looks fun, I think, and I feel like Kaneko is a fun character all around.
Yeah, and I'm just, like I said, over here in my own lane,
You're talking.
minding my own business.
You're Maki right now.
You're Maki.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
chose.
Yeah,
You chose
talking to
Maki.
Mexican accent.
Yeah. You gotta talk
Okay,
in the
but
Lonema
I-
voice.
You
What the fuck
just
is
need
that
to
supposed
say-
to mean, chaos?
I'm scared of
Oh,
what
the
Seals.
chaos say.
I am scared of what Seals would do as Kaneko.
But yeah, no, you cannot tell me I would not be amazing as a flamboyant Maki.
I wouldn't really know.
I mean, I believe you could. What?
I was just laughing.
Okay.
Is it supposed to say hedge peg?
Yeah, this
What?
is literally how it is on the card. Hedge peg. I literally think I'm just gonna change the name to Stud Hedgehog.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
literally-
hedge peg's just
yeah.
weird ass fucking name, bro.
So I sent a card that I made because it needed to be done.
There hasn't been a character yet you'd want to switch with. Like, in this context, it's like the character that you play as in a campaign, you would switch it with another person. You know, do musical characters.
Musical chairs. That'd be a fun alternate timeline.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mocking, I'm just the guy in the background providing music.
Okay, who's the character you'd want to play the least?
Mm.
Oh,
Yuki.
Yuki, that's fair.
fail.
God, it's been a little while since I watched Endarp. I'm
Who would I want to
trying.
play least?
I'm saying Benny. I'm sorry.
I
Benny's
can fix
too
him, bro.
much
I can fix
of
him.
a-
It's okay. I'll play Benny, don't worry. Honestly, the character I'd want to play least out of all the characters from like the campaigns that have been shown like on YouTube and shit. Don't take this the wrong way, Maria. It would be Emily.
Okay.
I could not be that nice. I just can't do it. I just can't.
All right.
That makes sense.
It's fine. It's fine. I understand. It's okay.
Oh, thank you, Time Kid.
I could not be the dean.
That's fair. Fuck that guy anyway.
Wait, yeah, the dean. No.
He would have killed you in like
Get
so
him.
much faster.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
what
is
do
my
you
face
mean?
really that punchable?
Is my face really that punchable?
Chaos
Yeah.
doesn't want to play Vex. That's fair. Vex was having a
It
rough,
says
bro.
Koji.
Alright.
All right.
What are some other questions that people actually asked us, though, B?
Well, there was
Yeah.
that one question we asked. I should probably save. I probably should save that one until Axel is fully back.
Yeah, probably.
So let me
Yeah.
take a look at the Discord and see what other ones they sent. While I'm looking at
Two-Face says also fuck Koji and Kaneko's evil uncle. I hate that kind of person to the core. Valid. He was a piece of shit, and I'm glad that he went behind bars.
What the fuck was even his name? I forgot.
Fucking Zegan, bros.
Yeah, Mr. Zegan.
It was the end.
Oh yeah.
You don't know if that was his real
Mr.
name, but who
Ridiculous,
knows?
what's it called?
I mean, probably fucking not, but
Oh, okay.
he was
Here's
still a
a,
piece of shit.
here's a one to the player characters. For Endarp, what was your guys' favorite spirits? And I'll just say in general
Oh.
spirits. It doesn't have to be your spirit, but I'll just say in general. Like your favorite spirit you saw.
So like answering
Honestly, I
in
know-
character or like out of character.
One in character, one out of character. We'll say.
All right.
Okay, so out of character, I'm just gonna say it. I like Ojama Pink. I do.
Aww.
I do.
Aw.
And then if we're talking in character, gotta be Chubon. I love that little guy. I tamed him myself.
Yeah, I guess we'll. Emile, put the question for you. It would only be one, but what was your favorite spirit you saw?
Okay. I need to think, because it's been a while since I watched Endarp.
Alright, well, as you think, we'll go over to Maria or Dark, whoever wants to go next.
Maria, do you have answers, or shall I go?
Remember, if you also have to answer in character, which means you have to do Yuki again.
Yes, I know. Out of Kyoto, I did like the little red-eyes black cat. It was cute. And Kyoto, even though I hate Hoppy Dancer, she's fine now. So I guess Hoppy Dancer.
I like how you
Okay.
actually said that as Yuki, basically.
I tried.
Okay, for me, it'd be either Harpy Dancer or Flame Sorcerer.
Out of character, my favorite is Harpy Dancer. I think she was funny. And then in character, Koji's favorite spirit was Shadow Ghoul because he really loves that card.
Fair.
Your mother. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean Shadow Ghoul was funny too. Shadow Ghoul was really funny.
I guess.
I still do just remember when we were doing that labyrinth B, you just, and I know it's a Smitty thing, but you just went, blah, 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 Bukaki, blah, blah.
Let's see. I don't know. What would be my favorite spirit I ran? It's hard for me to actually pick because you know what? It's a weird one. I think I'm gonna go with alt art dark magician.
Nah,
Oh.
he was a prick, bro.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
He's a good villain.
awful.
I think I'm doing really good with him as a villain.
You are. It's just his. He's
I'm
horrible.
gonna be honest, he's not gonna do a damn thing to Vex because Vex is like, okay, I'm numb to it now. I have to be somewhere. What are you gonna do?
Oh, trust me, just wait. Just wait. This is gonna be great.
Oh no!
Next
5
season,
minutes.
next season's gonna be great.
Vex could die next season. All our characters could die next season.
All your
Yeah.
guys' characters could die this season, mate. Last season.
Gosh.
Wait, we can die?
Yes.
Wait, we're not
Die?
already dead?
Not yet.
That is so funny what Alex said that one time.
Yeah.
Just wait, we can die?
We can do
Yeah.
Oh,
Funny.
Tom Kid said
Yeah,
Aqua
Tom.
Mador is his fave.
it. Oh, that means
Oh,
they saw
nice.
the OVA.
Because the OVA is that session canon or is that not canon? What do we want to do with that one?
I'm a little bit on the fence. I'm thinking about make it canon, like have it be someone's choices. Like it's canon if they want to think it's canon. It cannot be canon if you don't want to think it's canon. The only thing that will be canon is by the next session, you guys will get those max monsters that you guys had, and Aquamador will be a spirit for Axel.
I would say it
Nice.
is canon since most of that is based off of that.
It's just really like it's players' choice basically if they want to think if it's canon or not.
I can believe it's canon or not. That depends on you. Chad.
The OVA isn't going to be coming up in like itself will not be coming up into the game. Like yes, there are characters that'll be here, but you won't really see them that much. But it's really up to the players if they believe if it's canon or not. It's kind of like
It's like an anime movie. It gets
Yeah.
referenced, but then it just never gets brought up again.
it's like it's completely up to the players.
Hmm.
Like maybe it's canon to Seals, but it's not canon to Axel. Who knows? All right. Okay. I was looking at the questions. As one of them was like, "Glitch, what's your opinion about the crew?" Like Danny, I was like, "Is this a question to me? How I feel about how I feel about the players?"
Well, I feel like it's
You
a
can speak in
question
Glitch's
for
voice.
Glitch. Like, yeah, how
Oh.
does Glitch feel about like
How
the
does
Power
Glitch
Rangers?
feel?
Okay, give me a second. Let me hang on 1 second, guys. Big glitch.
Oh god.
Oh, fucking Axel Swalot now.
And we also have Cody.
I'm Cody now.
What the fuck? How do you become Cody?
I don't know. I didn't change anything. I guess I'm Cody now. Hi everybody. Good to be here.
I must have something to do with the
Why is
preset
there
I
this
saw.
anime girl next to me?
It must be with the preset I clicked. Give me 1 second. Let me first.
Hold on, if I mute.
Big and cheese.
I was curious.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, I'm gonna be going in as Glitch. Well, you are wondering what I think about the new party. Danny has been an interesting sort of a wild card. Usually, he has times where he'll stay up here and work on his machines, but then also will stay in the bunks. He is a incomplete anomaly. Curtis has some work to do as the new leader, but he seems to be growing into his shell relatively well. Though, I definitely can tell there are still stuff that will piss him off, and the oven's beeping. I'll be right back.
Man, I didn't know Glitch liked to cook.
Who knew?
Hi, big fan.
Look.
Why is there an anime girl next to me?
Look! You told me to find a picture. I did.
I hate my life.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, it could be a video of just like of like I think glitched log number 2.
Alright, I'm back again. Also, I don't know.
Okay, everybody's
Okay,
back.
so continuing as Glitch. Curtis, I believe, will be a good leader. though I can tell that there are stuff that the people do that still piss him off. Though, depending, I feel like he can grow into one of the best. Emily... ...
Wow.
Dot, dot.
Emily is
Moving
a
on.
interesting case. Emily likes to put all of the pressure on herself, but in doing so won't allow to relieve that pressure. Doing so, I fear that one day it will break her. Fumiko. I don't really talk to her that much. If I would have to say, I do like how she is with her animal friends, being able to communicate, though I do think they should turn down their bloodlust a bit. Anne. Anne is a... how would you say it? Ah, yes, a sheep in wolf clothes. Fierce, ferocious, and dangerous on the outside, but a sweetheart on the inside. And last but not least, Cody, the Blue Ranger. In my personal opinion, I believe he is my favorite of them all.
Aww.
I seem to
Bro,
get...
she's trying to smash, man. Come on now, Cody. Just get in on that, bro. Come on now.
Curtis hears that, is like, okay, Cody, I know that we had that whole entire thing about break. Yeah? Look, okay. You might have better chances of glitch. What?
Just trust
I
me,
have
bro. Trust me.
returned.
Okay, it was like...
Hi, Axel.
I don't know if you heard what I said, but I'm answering a question as glitch. That has to continue. So far, Cody has been the only one to actually wonder about me. Everyone else likes me, but Cody feels like wants to understand and teach me new things. I am grateful for him. And Merlin. We were asleep for 5,000 years together. That's it.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, true. They were.
Is there any questions that you want me to try to answer, me?
Okay, we will... Oh, hang on a second, let me also switch back to regular me so you guys aren't Power Rangers.
Trevor says, could he be stumbling into a bunch of situations? Yeah, could he stumbling into a harem accidentally, somehow?
Yeah, Jerobi, you know who else is gonna get those Power Rangers?
Okay, we're gonna speed run them. All right, Axel.
Okay.
First off, what is your favorite spirit out of character and in character from Endarp?
You had to play Kaneko.
Okay, out of character, I think my favorite spirit is honestly just Water Sorcerer.
Aqua Sorcerer?
Or Aqua Sorcerer.
Aqua.
I love the idea of the healer being the most, like, aggressive and threatening.
Yeah.
That's my favorite genre of healer. And Kaneko's favorite spirit is literally just tied between Babysitter Goat and Flame Sorcerer.
The sorcerers and the goat. Next question is... Next question was, how would you feel your characters would end up in the other campaigns? Like, how would Kaneko do in D&Z and Power Rangers and so on?
Kaneko, and I feel like he would be the rogue in Dungeon Morphers. Like, he does not seem like he'd be a monk, the monk one. And I feel like he would kind of clash a bit with everybody else. Because if, like, I have to keep saying this, Kaneko was not really that great of a person. At first, he was kind of a little shit.
Little bad.
No joke, it was probably like the session 0 where he actually started to get humbled as a person. Because his whole thing was underhanded tactics before he lost in the session 0, and then kept losing after that, trying to be underhanded. Then just kind of went straight up after a while and just became better. So I feel like he would be closer to being either a rogue or like a warlock. But I feel like Curtis would like make Kaneko go straight.
Yeah, Curtis would probably beat the shit out of Kaneko, I'm not gonna lie.
There were probably quite a few smacks in that back of the head.
Loads gun. You better fall in line
No.
before you get put in your place.
Oh, God.
Literally.
An would have never gotten possessed by the mask, but like it would have had to be more force by Cole's part. Because even though An is physically stronger than Kaneko, she is way more impulsive. And her impulsive is to fight people. So I feel like she would be a bit different because she's very peak older sibling, but being a younger sibling would be a very weird difference for her. And I feel like An and Kaneko would probably do decent in DNZ. I feel like An would try to like risk a lot more to save other people. And Kaneko would be very much trying to strategize with everybody. And then I don't even know how Lexi would be in the Yu-Gi-Oh world. But in the other world, she would probably try to help. God, I'm blanking on his name. I'm sorry. The main NPC.
Danny.
Jenny?
She would probably like be more concerned about Danny and try to help him more. And it would also be kind of interesting for like basically someone who would be their teacher to also become a Power Ranger. And I feel like that she would actually be a blood hunter because of just how much she's able to self-sacrifice.
I was gonna say because of her blood pressure medication.
Well, I mean, possibly that, depending on how Cody pushes her buttons.
I also
Well,
asked
honestly,
the question
also
if you
Curtis
could
would.
switch your character in a campaign with another character from that campaign and play them. Which one would it be?
I would kind of like to see Lexi in Endarp.
No. Like say, like my pick was I want to play Benny in
DNZ.
in D&Z instead, and swap like Alex with him because I think I could play Benny better and make him more likable.
Oh, someone else's character.
Yeah.
I actually chose
I think
Kaneko.
Lexi.
Oh wait, you'd play Kaneko?
Yeah, I feel like I could play Kaneko. Not as good as you, but at least like a little bit. But at least a little bit more interesting, if that makes sense. Don't want to be mean.
I
It's
feel like
fair.
I could play Lexi because I do like history in real life, and she's a history teacher.
This is gonna be left field. I would kind of be down to play Yugi.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask why?
I kind of like the idea of playing a character who has like a quote-unquote villain parent.
Okay.
I wouldn't say play her.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
I wouldn't say play her better. I would play her different.
Okay. Okay.
Rat Traveler also asks if Honor Lexi gets a dual spirit, which one would it be? Like in Endarp?
God, will we include the spirits that already exist, or would we just say a card?
Just like any card. That would fit in Endarp, obviously. Like, you're not gonna get Battling Boxer headgeared as on or something. you know?
Utopia!
What would actually? It would be interesting for On to get a Battling Boxer card as a spirit.
But they don't exist, so
Yeah,
you could
Maybe-
get Boxer.
maybe Boxer would be funny.
The world carrot weight champion.
Yeah, World Carrotweight Champion.
I honestly feel like that On could get like an Amazon if that was possible.
Yeah, they're in. Yeah, they use fusions and stuff. They'd be in Endarp.
I've
They were in the GX campaign that I did,
Yeah.
so they
I
definitely
think-
exist in that universe.
No one
I
really.
think it would act.
Are you-
Sorry.
Yugioh.
If I had to pick a specific card, I'm between 3. Where it's just would be the first one is like the one that I think would be number 1 that I would like for her to have would be Amazona's Princess. Because I feel like that would be a cute dynamic. And then Fighter, because I feel like that's the most like on. And then Queen, just because Queen would be like an ace monster. And would give a lot of opportunities for them to like talk as the other forms that you could with Queen by making them into Empress and stuff. And then I wish I could say the new card that I really like for Lexi, like what is like Wake Up Mocha.
Yeah, like that.
Would only be like it would be that, but it would be mostly like what kind of deck would fit Lexi. It would definitely feel like a warrior deck.
Bro, what if she like actually played like the
Fossils.
like Crystal Skull? Oh yeah, fossils would be cool. I was like Crystal Skull, Piri Rice map those cards. Like
it would it would definitely be like fossils with those.
Alright, I'll be repeated again.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a new card.
Yeah, I saw the silkworm.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That would actually be kind of a cute deck idea for her to have fossils with the Crystal Skull, the pillar, the Ashoka pillar, and then I can't remember the name of the last one.
Caprera Stone.
Caprera Stone. But like for Spirit, that'd be weird. It'd be hard to pick a Spirit. I feel like she could have is it just like the fossil T-Rex?
Nah, you get Fossil Dyna Pachycephalo, the little fucker that locks you out of your extra deck and shit.
Oh, that would be funny.
And Dark did ask, what least character would you not want to play?
Yeah, what's the one you don't want to play?
If you were to switch.
Yeah, like if you had to switch, right, who would you be like, yeah, I'm not playing this character?
I don't want to. There's basically like 2.
Oh.
Oh?
Right?
One is Isabel.
Valid.
Valid, yeah.
And the only reason is because I don't know what's going on with Isabel.
Does anybody? Did Opal even?
I don't know.
I feel like
But
it's
that's just like the main thing.
No.
Like I like to plan out my characters, and just Isabel seems like the one that does not have a plan.
That's my secret cap. I never have a plan.
Remember,
And
that
then
was
the other,
that was the character Opal gave me full control over.
yeah. Which I respect that because I think that can always be fun. But just it feels like it would be more trouble for me to try to figure out how to play as Isabel.
It's fair. I said Emily because I couldn't be that nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna actually.
I understand. It's
Are
fine.
you also going to play Emily?
Well,
No,
you.
No, I think one of my other least ones. I was originally gonna say one of your characters, Dark, because I don't know if I could be that aggressive.
Oh.
Curtis or Koji?
Probably Curtis would be too aggressive for me, like if I had to pick between the two, but I feel like they both still at least have a nicer side that actually I could still play them. So I feel like probably it would just be Isabel and possibly Vex. But I feel like I would have some fun playing as Vex though.
I'm surprised it's not Benny.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? No, I don't want to play Benny.
No, I would want to
There
play
we go.
Benny, bro. I like a
Yeah,
challenge.
no. No.
I can fix him, says Dark.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he
Legit.
legit. I can fix him.
Yeah.
I'm just only saying like those two because I don't know what's going on in both of their heads, and that like always confuses me. I like to have a
Literally
plan.
nothing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Literally nothing was going on in Benny's head.
Ooh, did I
I
catch up with
believe
the
it.
questions?
What's up?
Yeah, I think you're caught up now.
Yeah, you're caught up.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
One was which character would be a YouTuber?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
there was-
that one.
And there was two more.
I
None of
said
mine would be.
YouTube.
None of the ones that I've played would be a YouTuber.
All right. Well, next one, for you is who's
Wait, hold on.
Huh?
Rat Traveler said since SAO D&D is coming, if not spoiler, what is your favorite weapon, modern or past, from
Oh.
SAO?
Oh, from
Okay.
SAO.
Yeah, you guys
Um,
can say your favorite weapons from SAO.
I'm gonna say specifically SAO, right? So like not including like yugioh.
I don't know. I didn't ask the question, bro. Rat Traveler, what's up?
I feel like with modern.
Just talking like regular SAO.
Yeah, okay. So not including GGO. All right.
Okay. I like the sword that Lizbeth made.
Yeah, Kirito, the second sword Kirito has, that was my pick too.
It's that and Asana's
that's-
sword. I like both of those.
Yeah, she does have a cool sword.
What was your seals?
The same one that they said. There's a sword.
That's valid, bro. I mean, there's like not many iconic weapons in SAO, I feel like.
Also, I was also going to pick that sword as well.
And it's cool.
Uh,
It is.
I'll pick that sword because I trust you guys, and I haven't watched SAO in 10 years.
Your
I
I
do
favorite-
wanna
haven't
say-
watched it in a long time either.
I do want to say as an honorable mention because I know like we don't include GGO, but I kind of want to include it because it is still like a sword.
fucking lightsaber.
No, not the lightsaber. It's the one that Death Gun had, where it's like the sword that was hidden in his rifle.
Oh yeah, it was a sniper rifle pin that turned into like a rapier.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool for him to do.
Incorrect. Okay. Next question.
This is
One of the questions just be why him? Why is he in Power Rangers? I don't get it.
Oh,
Oh.
What?
the ALO dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh him.
Yeah.
Him. They know I knew it was gonna piss off the characters.
Honestly, fair.
He does it because we have fun? No.
It just me. Why did you do it? For the meme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Piss you off.
All right. This is an interesting one because they messaged me privately about something similar to this. Lord of the Sky Dragon asks, "Hey, would you guys have other players or even a different person as a DM?"
Well, I mean, I've played with other people before, so
Yeah,
Well,
I have
mean
two.
The fact I think they
He
mean,
has answered this question before.
like I feel like they mean like have different players or have someone other than me DM on HiveAU.
I mean, I would really like to try to do a live stream of a fairy tale game. Like where I'm DMing.
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is yes.
yeah. I mean,
but
that
it's
was
not gonna
a
be
plan
the-
that we had at one point. So
It was.
That is a plan for just when I feel confident enough to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's something stuck in my throat.
You're good. And
Okay.
I do have plans to introduce more players into later on D&Ds. It just with the hiatus ones, I feel like it'd just be better if to have the 4 remaining. Like there's
because,
I've said
it's
this
a
mo-
hiatus.
yeah, I've said like after Power Rangers, I'll be introducing a good chunk of new people to games.
It's definitely planned in the near future. Maybe not like for a while, but still planned. I know one answer that was asked that we did have to wait for Axel was, how did you guys all meet?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Go watch Dark's Yu-Gi-Oh! Life of Yu-Gi-Oh! video.
Yeah,
Alright,
I have spoke on this before.
I've cleared my throat now, so I can talk better.
Okay. But I guess I'll say my point of view on it. So we all met from Amino. Me,
Cringe, I know.
me, Axel, Dark, and Maria all met on Amino.
Yep.
We met on a sort of like I met them on a sort of thing called Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles, which was basically Yu-Gi-Oh! But we do not use archetypes. I was looking at it. I wasn't sure I was gonna join. Like, I was very hesitant. I was about to click off, and then I got a message from someone said, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little bit. I just don't know." Well, here, get this, and I'll help you out. And yeah, I can help you make the deck. And I made the deck. They're like, "Yeah, I only see you need to replace the one of the cards, but it looks pretty good." So then I made a character. The person who convinced me to join that Amino RP, though, was Dark.
It was me. I did do good things for once.
It was me. Hi.
And in the RP, I was really nervous. And there was a time where I had a duel with my character. So I dueled, and in character, I won. And the person I dueled was Axel.
I think I remember who, like, the character I made and what the deck was actually.
Yeah. After a little bit of time, a little bit of like RPing and having some fun, we had Maria joined the server, and we just started talking, having a little bit of fun. Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles had to be shut down, so we moved on to another Amino, where I was usually talking mainly with Dark in private messages, seeing what was going on, having ideas. When they one day brought up like, "Man, I love D&D. I really wish I could do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Based one." So have you ever heard of Summoner Network? I think that was like the exact words I said to you.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I showed them their Yu-Gi-Oh! DARP, and it's like, fuck, I gotta make this a thing. It's like, if you're making this a thing, I gotta be a part of it. I want to be a part of it. So we, Dark and I made, Dark made a Discord. We asked Maria, Axel, and another buddy, Michael, to join. Michael, though, had to back out, so it was only the four of us. And we had our D&D. And about a couple of sessions in, I had a buddy who wanted to join and join the D&D. I introduced them. They talked, and if they, I was like, all right, hey, as long as it's all good, then yeah, they can join. And that buddy was Opal. At that point, all of five of us were having fun. We did multiple D&Ds, from my first D&D, a My Hero deck game, and then I did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, and then another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, and then a Beyblade game.
Oh, the good old Beyblade game.
That was really fun.
Memories.
I missed it.
But
that's how the four of them met, and that's all.
Yeah. Well, then
And
after,
then when we started our live stream, we got our first fan.
which was
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that.
we had a certain fan
Yeah.
that started to like us from the very first session.
It's because it's not a happy story. It's definitely a sad one.
I remember hearing your side of the story, but
I remember.
I will say, no
If
matter
people want to, I'll talk about it, but I will just say heavy depression warning because I can go into a little bit more detail.
If we could just like send people to the video if they want to see your side.
Yeah, there's a side of it.
yeah, I can send links to your guys' sides if they want to see it. But
Because there's a video talking about it. Unless chat wants me to talk about it, I will. But I'm over it because now I'm past that point in my life a little bit.
Yeah, whereas just Seals was basically the first fan that we had who basically influenced a lot with Skipper, and then just started to hang out in Hive chat. And then when me and Allie were playing Persona 5, well, I was playing Persona 5, and Allie just says that I have to play, like, streaming it. Seals was confident enough to hop in, and then just started to do bits with and join in on the adventures of Persona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I joined in call, introduced myself to Seals. Apparently, scared the shit out of him, but
Yes.
No.
but it was just got to know each other. Then, after a little bit, we had a little bit of an idea where Seals would, if Seals wanted, they could join for a short period of time, having their own arc, the Solar arc.
Yeah.
So after that, I decided we're gonna keep him.
Yep. He starts with her.
Yeah.
Seals, do I have permission to say the first thing that you said in call with me and Allie?
Go ahead. I don't remember it.
So, literally, like, Seals hopped in call for a while, and I'm like, hey, you can watch if you want. Just, like, if you want to chime in, you can always try. And Seals did not talk for some of me running around a dungeon. And then I got an item that was called, like, Black Cloak? Or
Oh, I
Black
remember.
Robe? Black Robe, and I was looking it through, and all I said was like, I don't think it's going to be better than what I'm wearing right now. And then Seals unmuted, and just the first thing I hear him say is, why is it because it's not a white robe?
But
And me and Allie died.
I can see why that was funny. But yeah, after
It took a while for the joke because it was so fast.
yeah, after talking to Seals a little bit about like their little arc, someone new joined the server and instantly got interrogated by Allice. That'd be Emile.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't know
did
you got it.
happen.
I didn't know you got interrogated by Allie. I'm sorry.
The first word that
Yeah, it
Literally-
happens frequently.
yeah.
Literally, the first thing that happened when I was on the server is y'all said hi, and then Elise said, "I don't trust them."
I don't trust.
Wow.
And then we get to know Emile more, and Emile is literally a physical embodiment of a big, huggable teddy bear
Well,
that
yeah.
also has a malicious intent sometimes when they're DM.
But yeah, all of this started all because someone asked if I was interested in joining something I was too nervous to join. And I was at a really rough point back then. And I really thank all of you for being a part of my life since making it better.
Oh,
As much of an
Awesome.
anxious-filled being that I am very happy that I took a risk and did like our first D&D with all y'all.
I was really scared when we did D&D for the very first time.
I'm glad to be here with y'all.
Everybody had Maria. I just met Maria because something happened to her, so I just started talking with her, and then that just went on for a long ass time.
and
Yeah.
that's how I met your mother.
And that is how Kid Seals met your mother.
Father, how did you meet Mother? Well, see, I wanted to kill myself, and then,
Then I found a Yu-Gi-Oh D&D and saw Skipper.
With a fucking penguin and a drunk teacher.
Does it have to do with
Thank you,
Mom?
Time Kid.
I'm
Time Kid says
getting
he loves
there.
the HiveAU community.
And we love everyone in the
Then-
HiveAU community.
We love the Hive
Mm.
community.
We love you guys.
Though there's some
I'm
times
getting
where you
there.
test our patience.
Time gets Seals.
I mean,
you
it's true.
see Seals
Time-
Jr. was a penguin and a drunk teacher. And then your mom played and then your mom played a yandere, and I was like, that's hot. And then,
What?
Valid.
I was just only gonna say, like, I thought it was funny that me and Seals both went the route of the sometimes you test our patience, but we love the community all the same.
We love you
Yeah.
guys.
Well, yeah, I guess I should also explain. I actually knew Opal for a long time. Me and them met back in real life when we both went to middle school together. We first hated each other.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
That's actually, it's honestly really funny, and I still get surprised about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we really despised each other back then, but we
They looked at each other and just went, "I think I'm gonna hate you."
yeah, and it was though throughout the times I got to know them a bit more, had a little bit thing, and they are literally, I believe, like the only friend I have remaining from middle school. So I love Opal. They're like one of my bestest friends. Like
Yes,
I
me
will,
and Opal hated each other.
yeah, like I'll always have Opal's back, no matter what. Even and I'll do my best for them, because like they're.
Yeah.
I have a lot of best friends. I got you guys. I got Opal. I got like 5 other best friends. I got a lot of best friends.
Best friends are fun.
He's lying. He
Yeah.
doesn't actually like us.
I only
He
keep you around,
tolerates us.
I only keep you around for monetary value.
I mean, like honestly, bro. Like without us, the cash stops flowing. You know what I'm saying? So like he's not really about it.
He only keeps us alive so he can live his. I'm not gonna say that now.
He keeps me around for the one chance to be able to not have to be a DM for once.
Keeps Darker Life as a wingman.
Yeah, I do my best, bro. I try.
He keeps me around as room decoration.
I was gonna say moral support.
Uh,
I now I'm just
Keeps me
imagining
around.
Emile
What do I
just
keep
like.
me around?
Do you know like the meme of like the kid being like stuck to the wall with duct tape?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Just because I'm
I
thinking of just
see that.
Emile now being up against the wall with duct tape and just going like, "You got this, B."
thanks. They're hanged up like like my Joey Wheeler above my bed.
Yeah.
No, that's who Emile is, bro. You didn't know? That's crazy.
Hey, I turned to a
Emile's
fucking
literally the
cat.
Joey
Maybe I
Wheeler
turned
above
to
your
a
bed.
Zangoose. Any other questions you people have about I don't know relationships? How Maria and me met? I don't know.
I mean, we have more. We have more questions, I'm sure.
Yeah, we have a list still, I think, right?
Yes.
Go on the list.
Is there a better DM that could DM, or are you gonna skip that one?
B says yes, but I won't tell you who.
Yes. Let's see. The better DMs: Axel, Seals,
Okay,
Dark,
hold on.
Akari,
I wouldn't say
Maria.
that. I wouldn't say that I'm better than you, B.
I don't know. I think I'm actually pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Time Kid,
I
no.
did good.
Uh,
I thought you both did good.
you both did really good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm better than B.
God,
Time
Time
I'm
Kid.
not.
I thought Fairy Tale was fun, but I don't think it was like perfect.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Time Kid. Yes.
No,
yes,
I
he
am
is.
not. Okay, Maria is. Maria is.
Hold on, what's
Uh-huh.
going on?
Don't
what's
worry
going
about
That's what
it.
on?
I'd say too, bro.
Don't worry about it.
What's
No,
going on?
no, you should
Oh,
see the DMs
good.
that me and Maria have. Maria is.
Oh god,
definitely
no, I
the
don't
one.
want to.
No,
Actually,
hold
yeah.
on! Hold on, guys!
Not.
Guys, what happened? I did not
Let-
hear.
Nothing.
To let
Don't
B
worry about
know
it.
when
Don't
he's
worry about it.
to let B know when he's editing this. Just take this part out.
I'll leave it in, bro. They need to know.
What?
Yes.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
I would like to point out
God.
the video before this one is literally a Smash or Pass video, so
Yeah, like
No,
literally,
sure.
dude. Like, let's be real here for a
Don't worry,
second.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
going
about
on?
it. Don't worry about it.
No,
Just don't.
no. What happened?
Maria, we are
What
Don't worry about it.
happened?
Maria, we are dropping the
Don't
question.
worry.
I'm just saying that as the one streaming, I invoke we're dropping the question.
Okay.
All right.
You were about to incite the wrath of Maria there.
I mean, I would have felt at least a little bit sorry for you, bro.
Yeah. At least a little bit.
Hey,
That's
bad.
Jason. Okay, so I got a question for me, but I'm also gonna. Question for me is, how do I come up with my stories for the D&Ds? And
He does not.
I don't know.
I have
You don't know?
I have one thing. I throw darts at a dartboard.
I
What?
believe it.
No. Basically, I think about how I want the campaign to start, to how I want the very end of the campaign to end. So, I think about what I want to have happen. I want to think about like good stuff, bad stuff, and stuff in between. So usually that's how I think about arcs. I want to try and first get the characters one arc to another to get to the end. And basically,
Trevor just said, "Yay, gambling."
a gambit. And sometimes it'll take gambles on some stuff, like the Solar Arc. The Solar Arc was a gamble.
You took a fucking gamble on me.
It 1,000,000% paid off. I hit the jackpot. And I also just like take inspiration from stuff I feel like would be like nice storytelling, like having the effect of having like these evilish cards as like the ult cards, being a sort of like darker versions of like of popular monsters. It's like it's the evil parts of them, so seeing how like they would react is interesting. And-
Timekid has another question for the dear players. What gave you the inspiration to make your characters, like ideas, characters, tropes, etc., stuff like that?
Mm.
I actually do have ideas for all those characters.
I'll do mine because I'll be quickest. Since I only have the one. My inspiration was, I knew who my character's parents were going to be, and I was looking for art that had the right skin tone, and I found it, and we all made a bunch of jokes, and it stuck.
Also, if
That's
you want
valid, I
the name,
feel.
where the last name of Leo comes from, it's actually based on a palm tree in Aloha. So
Yep. Yep. I actually looked up what kind of trees were native to Hawaii.
Should go next.
I mean, I don't have any player characters right now, so I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
You could explain Zach.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Man's just like, I'm out of this.
Well, I guess I could go. So for Koji, I wanted to play kind of like the sort of Zane Truesdale type character, because Zane's my favorite character in GX. So I kind of modeled his personality sort of after Zane. And then I was like, Zane kind of didn't give a shit about his brother, which kind of, sucked. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I would rather have my character be a better older brother. I also thought it would be funny if mine and Axel's characters were related.
Yeah, we agreed on that. We were like, oh yeah, that would be awesome.
So that's why they were related. Because we thought it would be funny. And I was
And it
like,
was
yeah.
honestly really fun.
I was like, yeah, I want him to actually care about his brother and not be like an asshole. So, that was like part of it, too. So, that's where that sort of came from. That was more or less just Koji. He was pretty simple. There wasn't a lot to him. Everything else kind of came more or less like naturally, I would say, like as the campaign went on. And then Curtis is an interesting case because I was under the impression that we weren't doing Power Rangers this early. So I was like, I liked playing Koji. I'm gonna make another character kind of like Koji. With the temper and everything. Because my next character, the one that I thought that I was going to play, I'm not going without spoiling too much because it's from a campaign that has yet to begin. Is not really like Koji at all. He's kind of like a nicer guy and still tired but not necessarily like how Koji was. So I was like, yeah, this character won't be too similar. And then he ended up being very similar. But you guys still seem to think he's all right. So he's at least fundamentally different.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like the character was in a gang trope or is in a gang trope. I'm gonna do that. So that's where that came from. And then for Alex, this was a character that I had made way back, before I even knew what making an OC was. I was like, this is what this is the character for a zombie apocalypse, type of thing. And so I just brought him into D&Z and hoped that he lived. That was kind of it for him. The personality that he has is more or less loosely based on my own. And real quick, Rat Traveler says, question for Koji, where are you keeping the wrench? And are your Wish Dragon Essence spirits playing Uno with the other two? Yes, they are, and you don't need to know where the wrench is. Just know that I have it on me at all times.
It's in his prison wallet.
That'd be painful.
That would in fact be very painful.
He pulled a crow.
Yes, yeah.
I'll
That was
just
the
start off
joke.
with-
That was the joke.
I mean, yeah. I fit this in my ass.
Should I go next about my character stuff?
Actually, you know what? You go next. Axel. I'm actually curious.
So Kaneko is actually kind of a funny reference. So this wasn't a character from Chronicles, like the RP that we did. Because I liked the gimmick of this one character I made, whose whole gimmick was she was a constantly tired character, but is also insanely genius. And even supposed to have a whole gimmick of even just falls over when they lose in a duel, but not because they're being over dramatic, but because they fall asleep after they lose. And then fun fact, when me and Dark planned to make them siblings, Kaneko was originally going to be a girl. I was trying to find I found an image of a tired girl, but then I found the image that I used for Kaneko, but I like this a lot more, and I wanted to use this one. And then while I was being told what Koji was like, I kind of morphed the whole tired but really good at dueling gimmick to be more of how I kind of want to try to make a character how they would feel being a rival of somebody, a rival of their own sibling. And even on top of that, them being a pro circuit while Kaneko is not, would that mean that Kaneko have to prove himself more, or would Kaneko just try to do something else to get more attention? And it kind of just grew into the Kaneko that we had midway. And On is a bit weirder of a story. Because On is a repurposed character that I was going to use for a Persona game that I was hoping to be in. But then I was invited into one of Hikari's games that was going to be on the same day. And so I kind of just gave up being in the Persona game because I wasn't going to be the super available character anyway. And in that one, they were going to be an attendant who was going to be an actual person, but they turn into an attendant when they go into the Velvet Room. And they were going to still be aggressive, an angry boxer, hates bullies, and is still Scottish.
I mean, they gotta be
But-
Scottish.
And
What's your thing? I'm Scottish.
they had and in that Persona game, we were told to basically say we were told to come up with an end goal in mind for what these characters are, because in persona, there's always like what happens when you get max social link, and so that's what our job was to plan a max social link at the end. And with that but in that one she was named Maleva. Maleva's thing was a lot of her aggression was not on, like, it was very purposeful and an act, because she felt too nervous to seem soft. And so the end goal was for her to be more vulnerable. And so I'm kind of trying to do that with this on, hence why I made her like instead like rich and from a fashion designing family. And then the other change was like I gave her a sibling as well. And that's basically just put all that together, and that's how An or Angelica was made. And to say Hikari helped me name An because I wanted to make their name as cute as possible, like fancy, or like as fancy sounding as possible. And then Lexi is not really that interesting of a story. We were told to like come up with somebody for like the zombie campaign and just plan their occupation and stuff. So I just wanted to make a professor with a weapon. Originally in mind, I wanted him to have a cane. But then when I said I'm going to make him a history professor, because I feel like a history professor would be very useful in a zombie apocalypse. In a weird way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And everything on top of that, of just like them being like in the military was purely because I was like, I just gave it for them a way to pay for college. So, and then I chose Marines because I wanted to choose like the scariest branch for them to be a part of. Because it was either that or the Army. But we changed it to the Marines so that she could be closer to Maria's brother.
Yeah. I remember there was one time I just looked. I just saw, I was like, so you wanted to date someone in the military, right? It's like, yeah. Or I was like, Maria's has a sibling that's in the military. You want to date them? Yeah. And it was like, and they were just like, bet.
I'm like, yeah.
Yep, Robert Trevor says Blue Ranger and on. I'm Scottish.
I will promise you, if there's a chance, I'm going to make that joke, even though that I am not blue.
You'd be like, well, the Blue Ranger's sad, the Red Ranger's the leader, the Green Ranger's a girl, and the Yellow Ranger's happy. So what's your thing?
I'm Scottish.
I have
Just
a
calls
funny.
him a Scottish insult. You want to go next, honey, or do you want me to go next?
I can go. Okay. I need to think.
Look at this mighty power.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start with Violet first. Okay. So with Violet, when I started thinking of Violet, how I'm gonna make her, like, what if I make her as a orphan and not having any parents whatsoever, but just have a older sibling? I honestly gotten the idea from someone. Well, not technically, but I was thinking of someone while making them. I don't know if I believe you guys have met him. I know Sears has. He's like my online older brother. I see him as a older brother, and he's always been there for me. So I was like, what if I kinda make him as a, like, as Violet's sibling? Because he's been a good person and very protective. And basically would try to hurt anyone who would get me upset or something like that.
Oh, you get me upset. Congratulations, you win your first class ticket. Clicks gun. To hell.
Pretty much.
Dun dun dun.
But basically that's how I got it, the idea, because even when I knew him long before I met any of you guys, and he's always been protective of me. So I was like, if I make Violet an orphan, I could probably give her a older sibling that is very protective of her. And that's how I started thinking of Violet. She's just usually a quiet girl who would just focus on schoolwork and would just get really scared of getting close to people. But she will open up sometimes if she gets like better at knowing other people. Yugi, oh man, where do I start with her? Oh boy. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's the thing. I based her off from a video game character. I'm not gonna lie. In the game, there's a character who is very rich and like always. Oh man, she would always like get a lot of expensive things, and like she's very rude to other people as well.
That's the one that narrows it down.
Alright. But I was like, I usually make rich characters, but what if this one was like, I really don't know how to put it. Like she is rude, but what if she was like protective, like her father was very protective of her and doesn't let her do much without her bodyguard. But that's kind of where I base Yugi off of. It's just a girl from a video game that I saw on YouTube. And Emily is pretty much like me at that point. I kind of based her off around me. Like her nice, like her being nice and kind and always wanted to help people. That's basically me. Because I like doing that. And I kind of wanted her backstory to be like kind of sad because her mom died, and at that point she would just be like, I'm just gonna help everyone and just forget about my mom. I just want to help my dad and my sister. And help everyone else that needs help. But yeah, I basically got her from me, kinda. That's all my characters.
And then there was one.
Alright, sorry. So I guess I'll start off with Cody because Cody is a little bit more easier to explain. Cody is just my depression and my self-doubts in my head. So that's why Cody's a little more special, because Cody is just my, like, depression and self-doubts about myself. So I just put that into a character. And then that's not the reason Cody wants to die. The reason Cody wants to die is because I also base him off of a character Love is War, Yushigami. The guy who was like, I want to die, so I will be going home.
Oh
That's
yeah.
just where I base off of. So that's just where I based that off of. That's really all there was about Cody. Cody originally was going to be a cleric, but someone already took that one, so I just made him a ranger. I was just like, what if I just had him stay in the back because he's too scared and it's just a wimpy baby?
No.
I was just like, alright, that's Cody. And then we'll go on to Vex. Vex wasn't originally going to be crazy, actually. He was actually just going to be a normal dude who was sad that all of his lab partners are dead, but was going to actually help out the team. And he was originally going to actually not be an intern, but a male nurse. But I don't know, that idea just didn't sit right with me, or I feel like it would have been better for him to be a scientist. But as time went on, and as I learned more about Vex's backstory, I just looked at Vex one day and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think I can make this character sane. I think he's just fucked, so I'm just gonna make him insane. So I just decided to release restraint and be an asshole. But, you know, never does in the end. Vex is okay. He's something. Now Benny. Benny Wallace. So I'll start off with Benny's personality, why he's the way he is. Benny's personality is Goro Majima's personality from Yakuza 0. But just turned up to a fucking 11 of being an asshole and being crazy. And then the reason for the asthma is because Benny Wallace is actually a reference to something. Wallace is a reference to Wally in Pokemon, because, you know, Wally did have asthma. So that's where the Wallace came from. And then Benny is actually, well, I think confirmed that because there was a character in Pokemon Legends Arceus who also had asthma, whose name was Benny, who is the ancestor of Wally. That's where his name comes from.
Yeah.
And that's basically about it.
Benny's a Pokemon and Yakuza 0 reference. Yeah. That was... Here's the stuff. What do you guys think about this new card I made, Mirror Force World?
Oh,
It sounds terrifying.
the name alone.
I'll read the effect. While this card's face up on the field, face down cards in the spell and trap card zones can't be destroyed.
Yay.
When you take battle damage from your opponent's attack, you can banish one Mirror Force card from your deck, destroy that monster from the attack. You can only use this effect once per turn.
Okay.
So, I'm going to be giving this to Elise.
Of course.
Yeah, we're going to see.
I did make a card B, if you look at it.
I think I did see it. I had an idea working around it. Because,
Needed to be done.
it did need to be done. I think I'm gonna have to work on it though, because it has names that's enter, but I'll just say it's Moki Moki Wingman.
Nice.
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 So I am gonna be changing the fusion materials because I don't think you guys are gonna be getting Flame Wingman in the camp in season 2. So I am gonna make it a little bit easier to summon, and who knows, maybe someone who plays Moki Moki, maybe 2 certain people will be able to play this card.
Yugioh,
knows?
what do you mean now? What I did ask you, B, in Endup, you have tuners monsters in the game, but no synchro. Do you have plans for them?
I've said this in like other sorts of scenarios. Tuners are their own things. They're kind of like a subtype, kind of like tunes, unions, and stuff. There are certain cards that doesn't revolve synchros that targets tuners, like Sea Monster of Cepheus, that one bird card, and there are just cards that revolve around tuner monsters. So I figured instead of like having them just be separated, I just make tuners their own subtype for Endarp and have it be like a sort of like, oh, originally this useless subtype wasn't good, but now we made it a lot better with synchros and crossroad.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the idea around tuners. I have a cat.
Nice.
Lisa just messaged me saying that they found a ritual archetype they like Makonko.
They did, yeah. I was informed earlier today. I haven't looked at it yet. I just looked at the art. The art looks cool. I'll give it that.
What is it called?
I can't remember. For the life of me, bro.
Plug him in. Let me look. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be an easy one. It says, who would win in an only hand-to-hand, no power-up, no weapon combat? Koji, Benny, Anne, and Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie's taking the dub.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
easy, bro. I mean, On would probably come close, but yeah, I mean, she's
come
like
second.
trained in martial arts, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah. It would be Charlie first, on second, and then it would be Koji and Benny using their like different styles of fighting. Though we never really seen either of them fight hand to hand. They've always had a weapon of some sort.
I don't know, Koji's fought hand to hand before, like a little
I would
bit.
say Koji, honestly. I think Koji has a slight edge.
Probably slight, yeah, because I did remember Koji did fight hand to hand against Charlie.
Now
did.
put Cody in that situation, and Koji's going down.
I mean, yeah, he would probably kick him right in the balls, and I don't
Well,
know.
no-
It
no
depends on if he
powers.
could do it.
No powers,
No
so
powers.
no nuts or nothing
No
ability.
powers is crazy.
Even though,
Yes, the
however,
mightiest-
I think him having nuts or nothing has made him worse, actually.
Yes, the mightiest power, kicking people in the nuts. Truly a devastating power.
I mean, is it not? It's worked so far.
So far, it's worked. I feel like it seals his
And I
new
guess
main target.
I guess I will give a little sneak peek to the SAO character. Yes, for all you people who voted for Chainsaw Man, my character will be doing nuts or nothing as well.
I thought about like doing a Chainsaw Man reference with my character, like naming him after one of the characters, but I couldn't find one that I liked, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. We'll see.
Alright, okay,
I'll need to figure out a name for my SAO character.
Alright, so here's an interesting question. What is your all's favorite art piece?
Favorite art that like
Fan art we got. So it'd be
Fan art?
like any of the art we've gotten so far from like the past, anything. What would be your favorite of them all?
It has to be Benny driving the police car for me, with Lexi just looking.
I did
terrified as
like-
fuck.
Violet with the Molotov that she looks like she's gonna throw.
I mean, the new Alex art is pretty fucking sick. If you guys haven't seen it, join the Discord there. You can see it, in the art chat. You should join the HiveAU Discord, by the way, in case we haven't said that already. Join the HiveAU Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did mention join the Discord while you were gone. I must keep the legacy alive.
Well, join the motherfucking Discord anyway. Just do it. Heard you fucking wouldn't.
Or did you wouldn't be like the last
I-
person?
I heard only cowards don't join the Discord.
Exactly.
Yeah, only
Dude,
losers
join the
don't join the
Discord.
HiveAU Discord, bro. Do you really want to be a loser? I don't think so.
I have a cat clawing my leg.
You could be the lucky
Oh.
girl who gets the date B. Please do it.
You
What?
could be. You could.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
Nothing. Anyways, what's the next question, B?
I was gonna
next
say that I think my favorite RPs was all with Lexi, mostly just because we accidentally made that come true.
Next
Oh, yeah, we
question.
did.
Good question. Next question. The fuck did you say, Seals?
Pass.
Okay, Emile, what is from what you saw? What was your favorite RPs you saw? Like fan or you got?
I'd have to say some of the DNZ pieces, honestly.
Yeah, the DNZ pieces were really sick, honestly.
Yeah, I like
Not
them.
a bad one in the bunch. If you
I do want
ask
to also
a
say
humble
just
man like
Isabel
me.
going through the window is also amazing.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
yeah,
That is true.
That was a great.
It was.
That was a great one, Seals.
The next one will probably be the meme of Curtis just going to Danny. Danny, we meant to kill this guy. Damn.
Alright, my favorite art is all of them. I'm sorry, I love just from the very start of Vampire Lord Koji, to the fan art of Charlie and Wendy, to Zella's comic strips that they made of
Oh yeah, the
Endarp.
comic strip was amazing.
That
God, I
was amazing.
How did I
loved
forget
that.
this?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I
to-
forgot the comic strips.
to the amazing
There was also
DN
that like wood carving Dalton made of
Yeah.
Yuki, and that was awesome.
Oh yeah, the wood carving
wood
too.
carving, the
Yeah, that was
DNZ
good.
art. All of the art has been peak and it's super good. I love it all. And if I can't really pick an overall favorite because I just love it all so much.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, they were all good.
It's like I can't. It's like, oh, what's your favorite D&D you ran? Like I can't pick them.
What's your favorite child be?
I don't.
What's your favorite DM?
Putting you on the spot. That no, I'm kidding.
My
like,
favorite.
Yeah,
that's
my-
what it's like asking though. It's like who's your favorite child?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically. What's your favorite D&D you ran? What are you, a cow?
Who's your favorite player character? Who's your favorite character? Can I go that? Well, choose. Choose, coward.
No. No. Love them all equally. Don't make me
Aw.
pick.
You don't. You do not
I
love
do.
Benny. Dude, don't lie to yourself.
I liked Benny. I was like I think it was the only
No, don't.
people who actually liked Benny a tiny bit.
He's just over here. I like all my campaigns equally. Leans down to Endarp. You're my favorite by a lot.
I will say, this is just something from me.
No. Says that to all of his campaigns. Turns around, goes to Beyblade. You're my most favorite creation.
No, it's just like, you're all my favorites. Walk to the secret room where it just has Beyblade in a tube until you are finally revealed.
Until you get released.
Once you've been made public, all the rest of them will pale in comparison.
Ooh. Ooh, okay, this is an interesting one. Who, so far, from NPCs to player characters, who do you think has had the best character development so far?
That's a
Ooh.
good one. Or each game, or just a specific
Just say in
one?
general, just like a one person in general. Like, who do you guys think had the best character development?
I don't know, bro. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
I don't
Two
mean
Faces
to.
answer with no hesitation, Koji.
Oh, you think so? Damn.
Two Faces Koji. I don't know actually. That's a hard one.
Two Faces Koji. It's hard for me to say as well. With all of the characters,
There's so many.
I feel like the one who had the best character development, I feel like it's an Endarp character. I feel like it's Oji, Yuki, or Vex. Because
Yeah, they did have quite a bit of character development. Those
Yeah.
ones.
they had a good amount of
Yeah.
character. And like Isabel and Kaneko had good character development, but like Yuki and Vex, they had a character development with each other for so long.
They did, yeah, I'm
They
sorry.
hated each other.
They hated
very
each
funny.
other so much.
me and Maria still do not know to this day why we make our characters hate each other.
I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
we really don't.
It always happens though. But as well, I also had to give props to Dark for Koji. Koji from session 9-10 going on a breakdown from North Academy all the way to trying to figure out what's going on with spirits to Solar World, done trying to actually be like, he wants to be spoiled for a minute. He wants to say his piece, and he's gonna get his piece of the pie. To the point where finding out about the stone mask, ready to kill, to the lessons of Jupiter that people are forced to be evil at times and not always made evil. All the way to at the very end of the campaign where Koji is just breaking down crying because he thought he lost Charlie for a minute. That was some really good character development. All from a sturdy guy trying to just not have the world affect him to someone who finally let down his walls for a certain group of people to show that he cares.
I appreciate that.
A lot of people
Yeah.
changed their answers when Vex was mentioned.
Man, I'm not even gonna be. I'm not even gonna be able to say my answer anymore because of how well B talked about Koji.
Yeah.
You know, Bad Traveler, me and Maria weren't dating at the time.
Yeah, we
I
won't.
actually
We
didn't have
wasn't.
any feelings for Maria.
Yeah.
For my answer, and I feel like it's gonna sound too much like a pat on the back. I really liked Kaneko's arc
Kaneko was good.
That was good. I liked
because,
it.
like, the whole sibling dynamic and the whole rivalry kind of just made me sit more and think about just because, no joke, the whole arc of just how Kaneko feels like he's being overly protected started mostly because of Session 0, which you guys only heard bits and pieces of what happened. And in case anyone who forgot, how the Session 0 happened was Kaneko made a huge mess up. Like an obvious glowing mess up, and lost his duel. While Koji was super close to winning, but just kind of gave up at the end and let the teacher just finish him off there. And lost on purpose so that he could stay in the same school as Kaneko. And so it started with just him not liking how Koji's sacrificing everything for like just to keep him safe, and then thanks to just further down the line of Cole and Jody pushing Kaneko's buttons, it grew into, God, I hate the fact that he won't let me do my own thing.
Honestly, I think the best NPC that had character development, even though it was small, I think it was Wes, honestly.
Wes had a very interesting and good development.
Mhm.
Yeah, Wes was a good character.
And I think like at the end, which it was like, I think unironically Thorn kind of just showed like Kaneko like, oh god, is this what I would be like? Is this what I was like during that one time frame that Koji was pissed at me?
Dorn, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss, but I'm not a girl. Oh yeah, sure you're not.
And then, yeah, and then I think if it wasn't for like Lana giving inspiration to help make their fire deck and stuff, Kaneko would kind of be a lot more self-loathing after what happened with Thorn. But just after that kind of like gave him the end goal of, you know what? I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm Koji's rival, because if Koji thinks I'm his rival, then I'm his rival.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's what like season 2 is gonna be, where he's actually gonna just be more like Koji's rival, but in a friendly way.
Also deal with 2 girlfriends.
Yes.
True.
It was very much like the two girlfriends were very much the. I think I found a little bit of a community, like, and feel safe around these two, and I don't have to just only feel safe around Koji.
I also do like the fact of Kaneko's spirits. Like, Kaneko's bond. I feel like Kaneko had the best bond with their spirits. Mainly, of course, Flame Sorcerer.
Oh yeah, Kaneko, like, was very attached to the spirits already, like, first, because I think, like, his whole thing was, this is one thing that I could probably start doing that, like, Koji doesn't fully understand yet, or something like that. He was very much trying to stand out, but it took him a while to realize that he actually does stand out. He doesn't need to purposely try to. And honestly, just his connections to the spirits were really adorable, and I love it.
Yeah. There was a nice connection. I thought that was a nice little question. Alright. Let me look at some others. Zen's asking me to sing. I'm not gonna do that, sorry.
No. He said, nah, I'm good, bro.
Or if my dad could look like this body.
Rat Traveler has a lot of questions about DNZ.
Oh.
Hey man,
Oh.
you know, DNZ is a
Like
popular
what?
one.
Well, the main thing...
Ignore any. I was like, ignore any of the ones that are about, like, zombie rat.
Well, no, the ones that are is, first off, does the mutation grow stronger over time? Yes, it is confirmed that the mutation can grow stronger over time with certain blood types. 2. Is the infection worldwide? Answer, yes. It was confirmed as well, it is worldwide. 3. Do zombies walk on the bottom of the water, floor, or they just float or sink? They sink.
I imagine they just, like, walk across the ocean floor like the skeleton pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
There is actually a
Can't
zombie
swim.
movie where, like, literally exactly that happens, though.
I think that also happens in The Walking Dead, right?
I don't know. I think so. I think it was in Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh god.
In Fear of the Walking.
So they can't swim basically is what B is saying.
They can't
Yeah.
swim, but they can potentially walk at the bottom of the ocean. Who knows?
Which is, in a way, its own way, more horrifying.
True.
I feel like that is
Okay,
more terrifying than a zombie that can swim.
We already experienced
Honestly, yeah.
that during our Left 4 Dead 2 playthrough. Me, Axel, Dark, and B are numb to that shit.
Yeah, we've gone through the fucking 5 stages of grief over that, bro.
Because
Yeah.
Two-Face says, just you wait, there's gonna be an invisible Hulk with explosive faces and screaming they can make you paralyzed.
That's literally the type of shit that we experienced during that game.
It
so-
Yeah,
was
exactly. That's why I was like, we're numb to that shit. We know how to deal with it.
the fucking the 2 hours I edited out of that video.
Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy. That shit was like we were doing it live on my channel, and you got to see all that shit, bro. So like, if you want to see, well, you get to see all of it. I did kind of skip some stuff, but like, you know,
You did have the part where I just screamed because you guys were trying to show me something. Where I just screamed, "If this zombie would get its fucking dick out of my face, I could see."
yeah, that was funny. That funny.
Alright, so there's
Oh.
an interesting question for Maria and I.
Okay.
When did the concept of Yandere Yuki take place?
Oh.
The
That
contribution
is
to that?
interesting.
The
Because
con-
I did just call her Yandere Yuki. I feel like I contributed to that a little bit.
I believe so, yeah.
You contributed with the name. I feel like it started with Harpy Dancer, didn't it?
It did. It all
Yeah.
it all
did.
started because of a encounter with the spirit pale beast.
Yep.
Doing so, Maria here, unsure what to do, decided to use a fake card. And using that fake card, she rolled onto the possession. So, the possession basically a strong spirit possesses your body. The only one that made sense was Harpy Dancer, aka the boss of the first arc.
Yep.
So, with Yuki being possessed by Harpy Dancer, I said whenever I cut back to the others with Fate Librarian being like, there's something wrong. I can't put my finger on it. To Kaneko, because Kaneko and Yuki were the only ones who could see Fate Librarian at the time. And when we cut back over to Yuki, when they were messaging if everyone was alright, they just saw Yuki just face covered in blood, with a sadistic smile on her face. And it just got to the... Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Just letting you talk.
Well, I was like, I didn't want to crash, but it was... It all came down to Yuki and Maria and I talked and decided what would happen as Yuki. Basically, Yuki is at a sort of point in like an in-between. Like sort of thing with Thorn, they were locked in their own mind.
Yeah.
So...
I just called her Yonder Yuki because funny.
They were basically yandere to the point of even base. It was confirmed. Yuki did technically kill Ray and Blair.
That's true.
Yeah, she did.
They were brought
She
back
did.
and like restarted after Harpy Dancer was defeated. But technically, Ray and Blair did die.
They got better.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
They're-
did.
they're
They
not.
died.
They were the first characters to I lived, bitch.
Yeah, it wasn't though the same. It wasn't though at the same account as like Maki's death. It was like completely different, and like there was no side effects from how they were good.
I don't think I don't think Vex killed anyone. No, wait, no. I did kill Chocobo.
I mean, indirectly.
Indirectly,
Because Time Kid says everyone has a kill count in Darp.
Did Kaneko kill anybody?
well, I mean, technically, you all killed spirits in the Solar World.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Kochi's got a high body count then.
Yeah.
Technically true. Oh no! Wait. Technically, Rat Traveler did say that that Vex technically did kill his boss.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did.
Yeah,
did
you
do that.
did.
I mean, fuck that guy.
That
Like,
was
seriously, Is he gonna be missed?
That was actually a badass scene to use the last wish for.
Hey man, look,
Yeah.
it was a stupid wish, but it was a good one.
I mean, having the wish of he can't escape as the lab blows up in front of him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my wish, where I was like, I wish the card on his field would be replaced with something in his graveyard.
No, that was a good
That
wish.
one was funny as hell, though.
That one was a fun. It worked. He would have lost because the face down was dimensional prison, but because you wished that, it turned into a card he couldn't use.
I was just, God, that was also a really good wish too. But like, there was a lot of really good wishes in that game.
There was a lot of good
It was
wishes.
really just like I have one wish left. What can I waste it on? Oh, I can just kill him. I'm gonna do that.
I will say, Dark's wishes in those games were definitely to help out others during their duels. Because I remember another wish was, "Hey, I wish Berserk Dragon ends their turn right now," or "I wish Kaneko gets a better card in their hand."
Yeah.
I did use most of my wishes to help people.
Yeah.
Remember, I did play a fake card because it was my birthday, and also as a joke at first, and then everyone was like, "Do it," and I was like, "Oh, you know what? Fuck it, I will do it." And then we just got a bunch of DP.
Yeah, you got a bunch of.
Money.
I wish for a wish.
Joker, we
those
have
two-
more
two-face.
money.
And that was basically just the concept of like Yandere Yuki, all from that. But because of that, it cut the first arc way down. And as well, technically you haven't defeated the first arc villains yet.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, I don't know if they're full-on enemies now, but they're technically still in the forest, and they're not really
No,
that
they-
friendly.
They killed Chocobo. They
Yeah.
deserve death. I'm gonna give them two options. They can either beg for mercy or they can die. Their choice.
Yeah. The only ones that I think the other defeated were the beast, like the reptile monarchs that Koji and Kaneko fought in the lab.
I mean, bitch 1 and bitch 2.
Yeah. And those reptiles. Yeah. Let's see.
Bitch 1, bitch 2, bitch red, bitch blue.
I think one was bitch 4. I don't, and then just like in description, I don't know anymore.
yeah, my descriptions got like progressively worse because I didn't know what to say about them.
There's like there's like I don't know, man, but then it also just sometimes it's angry because I remember with what you did on freaking Kaneko, you add like I remember his last description because you added there's like all of them had a big list of descriptions, and the Kaneko's last one was in all caps, not fucking Thor.
Yeah.
X had a lot of descriptions. We could make a novel out of that, man.
I think you did.
No, that's too much. I had a funny idea.
I'll just easily answer this one. I do not think the campaign would not go as it is if Koji did not have Skipper or the wrench.
I got a question. Would your character subscribe to HiveAU? Yes, they would,
No.
and yours should too.
Yes, they all should subscribe. Look, even Ren Kamo is subscribing. Look at him go. Just holds up like the dead body of Ren.
Oh, no, don't say dead body.
I mean, I can write the
I
ending.
want to see a dead body.
I can write the ending.
You know
I
what?
was looking just now thinking like, Un would subscribe to it because like if like Curtis is like, hey, if you want to get into D&D, watch this group.
Yeah, this is
That
like
was the
Curtis's
question.
favorite D&D group, actually, in case you guys are wondering.
And don't you
I asked
guys
a
want to
question
be
for
like
chat,
Curtis?
But I don't know.
Say no to
He's
dr-
not that bad. He's not that bad.
Like Curtis is like, say no in Red Ranger form. Say no to drugs. Say yes to HiveAU.
Literally.
And most of my questions are just funny joke questions.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we're the ones in the hot seat, Seal, so
That is true.
Joke questions are always good questions as well. Like,
There's something.
all right. Well, here's a question for you guys for next campaign, the one that'll be potentially starting. What do you guys potentially? Bleh. Sorry. How do you guys feel so far about the character classes you picked?
I don't think I'm gonna like what I ended up with, but I'm hoping that I do.
oh,
All right.
I'm liking the idea of the class right now, and I'm happy that I ended up with the weapons that I also kind of wanted.
All right.
I may not know what I'm doing, but I can adjust very quickly.
Oh god, here we go.
Steals.
Ray really likes that voice.
Sweetie.
She loves it, bro. She loves it. Listen to her.
Sweetie, why?
Oh, what? Does my queen not like it when I talk like this?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Shit. Please don't ever fucking say that again, brother.
No.
Please, for the love of God.
I'd prefer if we did not do that.
Goodbye, I'll see you on Thursday.
There you go.
This is what you're getting, by the way, next campaign. More of this. Hope you guys are fucking ready.
Are you guys happy that you voted for SAO?
Bro, are you literally like a Discord mod? Is that what your fucking character is? I'll actually end it all. I swear to God, I will commit right here on stream, bro.
That was a bigger crash out than is your last name fucking Pickles. I'll fucking kill you.
No, this is worse, bro. This is worse.
The
No,
character-
You,
listen.
Stills, you need to tell me right now. You tell me if your character was a
the
Discord mod, right, bro?
No.
The voice is
Okay, I
he.
made the
You want me to
I made
say
the change
it
to
or?
this. No, okay, by the way, I like this fucking duality. Two-Face says, "Oh god, kill me now." Rattrigger says, "My god, I'm secondhand blushing, what the fuck?"
Jesus Christ. Okay, brother. All right. You might wanna calm down. You might wanna calm down.
Okay, I may have to change
Listen.
the voice to just a stressed out person. I think I may have to change the
Listen,
voice.
the voice he's using right now, it's actually a series that me and Seals are doing ourselves on my channel. It's a vampire.
Okay, so
series.
he's not a Discord mod. Good.
No,
No.
he's playing as a vampire prince named Vincent.
Bro's literally gonna like walk up to Maria's character and be like, "Hey, I'll give you Discord Nitro if you tell me that you think
Oh
I'm
my
based."
God.
No. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's using
I
that
did say
voice in
something
my
that I'm not
series.
saying. I don't think if I can say that time because you have to donate money for me to say that.
I'm just letting you guys know that's the voice he's using.
I'll change it since people don't like it. I'll change it to a stressed out person.
I kind of feel like with how you like are planning this, dude. I want you to try to do like an impression of Larry.
Living like Larry.
Yeah, it wouldn't work with. I think you know what. I think you know what I mean.
Oh, but Seals, after this is done, I'm getting you later.
It's over for
But
you,
yeah,
bro.
Maria likes it. I don't know why.
It's up, brother. I'm sorry to tell you, it's up.
What's up?
Again, Time Kid, if you want me to
What's up, brother?
that, you have to donate money to me.
I'm sorry, what
That's
the
the
fuck
only
do
way
they
I'm
want to
saying
have you say by donating me? I'm sorry, what?
Excuse
I'm not
me?
saying it.
What?
So
It's
so
100% what I fucking said too. Like it's definitely what I just fucking said.
It's Time Kid. I'm not saying that. You have to donate money for me to say that.
Good thing I know
Specifically, Time Kid.
Good thing I know is Time Kid.
Yeah,
can
specifically you, Time
donate.
Kid. Yeah,
No one else can
exactly.
help
so
Time
it's never
Kid.
happening. You can't help Time Kid. It's not gonna happen.
Time Kid said, "Damn, I'm broke." It's basically me saying is something wrong, kitten. That shit.
The fucking we're just
Hey chat, let me hear your card real quick.
No, I'll switch up the voice to just a stressed out person and maybe like a bigger Larry.
Oh god.
Let's see. Okay.
He also isn't an asshole. He's just very blunt and just like, okay, let's do this stuff.
Alright, so this one just says, who wears the pants in the relationship between Vex, the nurse, and the principal?
Yes.
Not Vex.
Not
Not
Vex.
Vex.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that for free. Not fucking Vex.
Your face is the nurse.
The nurse.
Definitely not Vex.
Vex.
Yeah.
I like that we all agreed that not Vex at all.
There's no shot, bro.
I
Not
feel like
happening.
Vex would try, but then immediately get back, and then immediately backs down from the nurse.
Pretty. Okay, Time Kid, you didn't need to say that.
I'm sorry, Vex, you're getting. I'm sorry, Vex, you're getting the skirt. That sounds like something Hikari would say.
Yeah.
Would be
Yeah, it does.
In fact, I believe it's something Hikari has said.
Put on the maid out. Yeah, put on the dress.
I think that was about Kaneko, wasn't it?
It was because like
Yeah,
you
it
saw
was.
like a little thing. Even drew like a little Hikari like staring you down.
Oh, I hear
Yeah.
that.
what powers will the rat zombies have in other campaigns?
It's dead.
Enough about the
Duh.
rat zombies.
We killed it.
Dead.
It's dead. Let's see. Can Fate Trap become a spirit? No.
There's your answer.
Timeline being anything to it. Is there a person in the Endarp that can make weapons, items, and like the handle or potions? I mean, they have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, what wasn't
Mhm.
that? No, it wasn't him. But Drew just figured it out.
As Zen says, how do you feel like the second conflict with the royal army will go in DNZ?
Fuck if we know.
We don't know.
No,
There's
I'd
gonna
win.
be a lot of fighting.
A lot of dead
Yeah.
bodies.
A lot.
Yeah.
Are you making scrap mechs or apocalypse vehicles? AKA, is Violet making them?
Is Violet
I feel-
making them?
Fucking
No.
Violet makes a junk mech from Fallout 4.
Depends.
I
If
don't know
Violet
if the
can
drunk mech
actually
would
do
even be
that.
possible, to be honest.
It would not. Apocalypse vehicles
Yeah.
maybe, but I'm not gonna have Violet.
Bro,
be
it's like combo vehicles from Dead Rising 4, bro.
yeah, like you
Or
can
Dead Rising 3, I mean.
like they can make that, but I'm not gonna have them like make an entire. Hey guys, so I figured out how to make a mech suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not?
no.
I'm able to
No.
do something that like majority, like the entire freaking world has not been able to create yet.
You're no
With a
fun.
box. It's like meanwhile in the Royal
Violet
Army.
could
it's like-
do it with a box of scraps in a cave.
I just love that. Just freaking just like the Royal Army finds it. Like we don't know how to power it, sir. It's like, Violet built this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Have you ever seen the American Dad meme? I was just like,
No.
you see, I can use this toothpick, this gum, and so many stuff, and he starts crafting stuff and just pulls out an AK-47.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, I have
God.
seen that. I love American Dad,
How,
bro.
they're just like
Says, shining finger.
shining finger. Is that Violet's new ability?
It's kind of
Yes.
yeah.
I think we had one question on YouTube. Let me go double check.
I think like I don't know why, but when you explained that, I was only thinking about like the Markiplier, like the blank with Markiplier bits where he just like tosses string, gum, and like random stuff in a bag while he's in a jail cell, shakes it, and pulls out a phone, and it just goes, ah shit, no batteries. Just throws it.
I'm just remembering a bit from an old show, Dave the Barbarian.
Oh, I
It's
fucking
just
loved that show, dude.
And it's just like using a squirrel, a rope, and a megaphone. Dave built a megaphone.
I fucking love that sort of stuff. It's like, yes, let's see. I'm stranded. I have string, wood, a rock, and an axe. I can make an axe. Let's see. So the question on YouTube was what D&Ds we had planned. I actually have a list of it in the HiveAU Discord, so you should probably join it if you want to know what we have planned later for D&Ds.
Yeah, that's the answer. Join the HiveAU Discord.
Yeah, that way you guys.
That's the fucking answer.
For
Yeah.
a sneak peek, one of the possible answers, or one of the possible ones in the future, would be my fairy tale one that I want to come back to.
Wait, I'll sing it. I got a funny thing. You guys ready? That was the fucking answer. Do you understand? God damn it, it's behindhand. Like, that was the fucking answer. You understand? You joined the. God damn it, it's Kiram. It was supposed to be a crossbow.
It's Karam. It's
There we go.
Karam with the googly eyes.
Join the fucking Discord. You understand? Or else chat room gets the crossbow.
No.
You can't give chat room a crossbow.
I will
He's
shoot
gonna-
chat room
his
with the
eyes are-
crossbow. Don't make
Oh, I
me
thought you were-
do this.
Oh, I thought you were going to give him the crossbow, and I was just like, you can't do that. His eyes aren't looking in the same direction.
Go do a crime. Yippee! Hang on. I just imagine just chat room up here aiming the crossbow down at us.
Meanwhile, chat room, if anyone's gonna take out that son of a bitch, it's me.
Say the word, boss. I was just gonna keep. Hang on. I gotta. Chat. Where's chat room? Here, go above. Here, cover Vespiquen for a minute. There we go. Alright. We've been streaming for about 3 hours. And
We answered all the questions.
I feel like we answered. There are some questions that are still here, like there was questions about fake trap. The question about me
You
singing.
gotta answer all the questions, bro.
Let me look.
That's what we're here for.
See which other ones there are.
Any last questions? Any unhinged
So every
last
character
questions that you people in that chat has?
character. We did. What's your favorite character? Oh, okay. Oh, what's our favorite animes?
Oh,
Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood
Sailor Moon.
specifically, but either one.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, Sailor
Sailor
Moon,
Moon.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I have a lot of animes, but
She does.
there's this other anime that I've been watching with Seals, and I love it so far.
My favorite, like, more modern anime, like, because I know it's been a while since Full Metal Alchemist was out. My favorite modern anime is probably actually My Hero Academia. I really fuck with My Hero Academia.
That's a good anime.
For me, it would be like Black Butler was like my first anime, and as like crazy and insane as it can be, it's kind
Yeah.
of it's still stuck with me as one of my favorites. And then after that, definitely I feel like my favorites right now is Dandadan,
Oh, Dandadan's
Uh,
good.
Dandadan, JJK, and
Yeah, JJK
I-
is also good.
I do vibe a lot with My Hero, but I feel like it's like would be third in my like more current animes.
For me,
Bro, I'm a My Hero defender. I don't care what anyone says. I love that show.
No, I think
fair.
it's good. It's just that there are some bits and pieces that made me grow out of it for a while. I hope if I watch Vigilantes, I'm gonna get back into it.
New episode just
Attack on Titan's up there too, actually. Attack on Titan might be my favorite modern anime. Now that I think about it, I do fuck with Attack on Titan heavy.
Emile?
For me, it'd be either One Piece, probably One Piece, or an older anime called Chobits.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say it's One Piece, probably One Piece, and One Piece.
I mean, that's fair. One Piece is good as fuck, honestly.
It is.
My
Yeah, two
favorite-
other animes I would probably say would be like I love Fairy Tail like at the start, but then it gets too crazy for me. But I just feel like it's a very feel good fun anime. And then the other one would be I'm trying to remember the name of the other one. I'm sorry, B.
You're all good.
I don't remember the name of the other anime I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You go.
I gotta say, my favorite animes right now, I think it would go to My Hero Academia. Literally, when I completed the last season, I said, when the fuck is the new season coming out?
That's real. He did say that.
He
And
did.
I really... It's like
You might be able to hear more if you join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah, join the HiveAU Discord.
like I actually really liked My Hero when it first came out. It's kind of the reason why my first D&D was a My Hero D&D. And I felt like I fell out of it after a little bit. But
Which is fair.
I usually also don't really watch it episode by episode. I kind of wait until the entire season comes out and then I watch it.
Like binge watch it.
Yeah. It's mostly what I do with some animes. But as well, with My Hero, I also been loving their side series. I've been loving My Hero Vigilantes.
Yeah, it looks really good. I really need to go and watch more of it. I really do.
I love
Oh yeah,
Chainsaw
was the other one I was
Man.
thinking of.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man's good as fuck too.
Chainsaw Man was the other one I was thinking of. It was like the fun fact. Literally, when I was watching like the ending part of like Chainsaw Man, like when everything was going nuts, like I was like, I was yeah,
Or nothing.
like I was laying in my room and it was like late at night. I didn't want to wake up my roommate, so I was just silently crying in pain.
Yeah, I'll have to make a My Hero chat, but yeah, I love My Hero, but also I do love Chainsaw Man, and it's probably I wouldn't really know where I'd rank it, but if you want like a anime with a overpowered MC, I actually think you should give Solo Leveling a shot. The animation is really good. The only downside is like not really a lot of character development, but the fight scenes are really good.
If you want to watch an anime that fluctuates between complete hilarity and but like dead serious like sadness, you can watch Dandadan because it's really somehow good at being so funny but also being very meaningful out of nowhere.
Yeah, Dandadan is a really good anime.
Dandadan is
Worth
good.
watching if you guys haven't watched it yet.
But I will
And
also.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I will say my favorite anime before My Hero Academia is a tie between Soul Eater and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, Soul Eater was fun.
Love Soul
It
Eater.
was
Really good.
You guys cannot convince me. The best revenge scene in all of anime is I think what can I say? Fuck, I keep forgetting the fire alchemist versus Envy.
Bro, Roy Mustang's
Mustang
fight with Envy is fucking crazy.
Mustang with Envy went fucking
Don't even
nuts.
fucking at me, bro. That shit fucking slaps.
I also want to say
Don't-
like my favorite opening for an anime has been Soul Eater's first opening.
That opening is so good.
Soul Eater, I wish they continued it and followed more to the manga. But Soul Eater was really good.
And I want to say also as an honorable mention, because it was an anime that Opal was showing me that I really liked, Bungo Stray Dogs. It's also a very silly anime to me. Like a lot of it could be silly, but it's also a really cool like detective anime.
Okay. Ooh, I have an interesting one.
Real quick though, before we move to another question, I do want to say Rat Traveler did say last question. What do you think of the ending of season 1 of DNZ? And if you have a chance to save someone, who would you save? We're all gonna say the same shit, but you know.
Sam.
It's Sam. It's Sam every fucking time.
You have to save Sam because like, if you save Maya, then Miss Dime dies. It is.
Yeah.
I like Jeremy and Vicky Cheese. I do. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't pick them.
Sam, if anything, I would say that Sam was the main NPC in Telechad. Like, Sam was the main NPC, he was the NPC everyone could rely on. And
I feel like it's like that we had two main NPCs. Sam was the main NPC for the adults, and then the Chad was like the main NPC when all like the students were together.
yeah.
That sounds right.
And just the way of Sam's death hit hard. With him just like saying that he was sorry and that he wished for everyone else to stay strong. To the point where no one could even lift a gun to him. No one could bear taking the life, and only Runner did it because if he didn't, he knew that Sam could have killed everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just the sacrifices of Quill taking the car after bleeding to give you guys an opening in the final fight, and my jumping in front to save Miss Dime at the very end. You guys lost some really good NPCs in that last fight, and I could
We
tell
did.
that it hurt. I mean,
We lost some good people.
yeah. And I mean, as well, this would also be another question, but we all know the answer. Which death hit the hardest? It had to be Sam.
It was Sam. It was Sam for me.
Was.
Now maybe
It
somebody
was.
else has a different take, but it was Sam for me.
Because the only other saddest deaths I can think of is either Maki, Zork, or Emily's mother.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't feel shit whenever Zork died.
Yeah. The only ones who I believe felt stuff when Zork died was Opal and Seals. Because Seals was crying. But everyone was crying for Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am saying that Sam's death hit me really bad.
Just wait until you guys go to Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting D&Z levels of we're getting attached to people and then they're gonna fucking die in the raids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I'll be shocked. Genuinely.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fun stuff. Just remember, this is something you guys can quote me. It's been a month and 2,000 people died. Rookie numbers.
Yeah, you know, I'm not excited for that aspect of the campaign because it hurt last time, but it made it more fun, I feel like.
Yeah.
For some people.
Time Kid just
Hey,
says,
man.
just lock the fuck in.
Yeah, all you gotta do is lock the fuck in.
I'm not even trying to say that to be angry Dark, because I was having fun. I was just trying to say this just to try to make B play his whole evil shtick that he's trying to play right now.
Like, I haven't even really, like, messed with my character that much. I don't really know what I want to do for him, but, you know, I think, I think it'll be an interesting experience, at least, if nothing else.
Yeah. Also, like,
Is it okay or what?
I'm sorry, what do you say, Seals?
Nothing. I zoned out for a couple seconds. What are we talking about now?
We talked about the saddest death and how basically Sam's death broke everyone, and how Sword Art might have D&Z level death.
Some kid said if I was in the
Yeah.
game, I would just simply lock in and not die. I mean, honestly, bro.
Alright, Kirito, I mean Time Kid.
Time kid.
Kiri Kid.
Hey, Seals, what were you saying?
Also now learn I had to change the voice, otherwise Dark will kill himself.
The
So you changed the.
You sounded like a Discord mod there, brother. I mean,
you sounded a little bit like a Discord mod there.
I don't know what you want from me here.
it would
That's fine,
I feel like I'm justified.
it would literally be
No,
if
you
you
are.
yeah the way how I would say if you would try to make that voice work, it would be like you do it for like a little bit and you basically say, oh yeah, no, that's how he talks, but I'm gonna talk regularly.
Yeah,
Nah,
that would,
that's
yeah.
fine. No, I'll just
Yeah.
change it. I wanted to give him an accent, but it's fine. I'll just make him stressed and tired.
I don't know why, but when you
I'm
did talk like that,
saying-
Skills, I was just thinking of like the stupid video of the I'm sorry that I sang about you in my mumble rap about sacrificing you to the devil. Anyway.
A question The principal wondering about Vex. To be honest, the principal just thinks it's just gonna be fun to have him around. Just to fuck with him.
Yeah.
He's a chill dude.
Literally is like, oh, you wanna know what spirit I am? Take a guess, motherfucker.
I ain't telling you, I'm just gonna let you guess.
Oh,
Do not play this game with me. I will fuck around with you as well. I am the fucking of the fuck.
oh, what's this? Oh, wow, you're so nervous about your new job. Why don't you take a promotion? Have all the rest of the staff be super jealous that a newbie gets to take over the last role.
Oh, that's evil.
Why do you
That's
think-
actually
Kill
evil.
Why do you
myself. I
think?
want to know that.
Why do you think she promoted him to the Black Dorm teacher? Technically, Vex was security after everything, but now he's like, yeah, I want to see how you deal with this next year.
I can definitely imagine people are also skeptical about Vex because of what they heard of the Black Dorm teacher being a bad person.
That's what they heard about that. Maybe it
Because Vex isn't exactly a role model citizen.
group, but maybe like it's like, man, I wonder, man, is the Black Dorm teacher spot cursed? I mean, we all know what happened with Mr. Zegan.
It's just to see him. What's up, fuckers?
What's up, motherfuckers? That's the only-
I don't know why, but it's like, welcome to trigonometry, fuckers.
Ooh.
Things gonna be fucking real different.
I see. This is a question. Lexi, what do you prefer, honestly? Andy or coffee?
Oh gosh.
She's been
Sounds
already surviving
definitely-
without coffee. She's been already surviving without coffee. It's definitely Andy.
You were surviving without Andy too, bro.
You were, and you got coffee seeds, and you found the canned coffee. You actually regularly had coffee.
Hey, hold on. Okay, but what did she willingly leave behind to be with Andy?
I mean, you still had. I mean, you still had the canned coffee.
Like one. I think she
did
only
a lot
had
of
like
things
one
for
or two
Andy.
cans left.
Also, I believe you did say that you will have
Became
to.
more flexible.
I would also believe. I believe you did say that you have to go back for more of those coffee beans.
Well, they're gonna
I
go
think
back
you did.
anyway.
The question is, the answer is she cannot live without either of them. She needs her coffee and she needs her Andy.
Aw.
And she needs her Andy. She could technically, theoretically live without the coffee beans, but nobody wants her to live without the coffee.
This one's a question to Cody. How do you feel about your fans?
People like me? I thought everybody hated me.
Oh,
Oh no.
You have an entire fan base.
I'll try to do better for you guys.
Aw.
However, all I know how to do is kicking people in the nuts. Is that something people like?
Evidently.
Evidently.
I like how Rat Traveler responded to how I said about like theoretically she could survive without coffee, and it just all Rat Traveler says is theoretically.
Yes, Oscar will be in Endarp Season 2. There was a question
Yeah.
asking if he was going to be there.
I feel like if we didn't have him, that would just not be okay.
Yeah, he would
Uh,
definitely not want to leave his anxiety-prone sister behind.
Yeah. And his chaos manifesting girlfriend
Yeah.
And his rival.
and his rival. Also, speaking of the rival, another question is, what does Koji think about Thorn joining the family?
Oh gosh.
She's not part of the family. I fucking hate that bitch.
Holds up wrench.
So we see that Thorn is currently being held the title of Black Sheep.
Maria Goddess, how did you get Shay the Great Messiah?
Oh, you mean my dog I have in real life?
I guess, yeah. That's a question.
I think that sounds like an Alex question if I've ever fucking heard one.
Yeah, it is.
It was from Rat Traveler.
Really?
damn.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, his name is Shay. We got him after my other dog sadly passed. He was when we first got him, they said that he was actually in a car commercial. So
You have a famous dog.
Yes,
Oh my God.
we have a famous dog, and we also found out that he has a sister as well, but we never met her. So the day that we got him, I'm gonna be really very honest. I didn't really want to get that close to him at first because I was still really sad about losing our other dog because getting a new dog just happened so quickly. And when he first came to the house, he was very scared. He kept getting close to my dad because he didn't want to get close to either of my other family members or me. It took him a while to get used to us, but after a while he just started to get very, very hyper, and I was not used to that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still not. He's like so full of energy, and I do love that. I love him very much. He's a good dog. It did take me a while to get used to him because, like I said, I was still upset about my other dog. She was a good dog. But after I started to get to know him a little bit better, I feel like I'm close to Shane right now. He's a good dog. And I don't like it. There's one thing that I don't like that he does. He jumps on me, and he's not allowed to jump on people because he could literally push someone down like that. And yeah, that's just one part that we're trying to teach him not to do anymore. But that's how we got him. He's a good dog, and we all love him.
See, that's how you got them.
Yeah. He's a good dog. And I appreciate that you actually said his name in it. Thank you.
Welcome. Now I'm working on a turtle with booster packs.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Meet Boost Turtle.
Boost turtle. I like duck.
Boost.
Fire.
Do you have any more questions?
I think the last question I can really see is. All right, I'm gonna upgrade this question, and then I think no matter what, this is it. This is gonna be the final one.
Okay.
How do I make villains, and what is your guys' favorite villain I've made? So,
Ooh.
I really just make villains, and I specifically design characters with the main goal of getting under my character's skin. I don't know how, I don't know in what way. I think about it from campaign, I think about it from what I see so far, and whenever I think about like what would piss them off, that is what that character would do.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean that tracks. That tracks
Yeah,
pretty,
it does.
pretty well, honestly.
But now to you guys for the final question. What is your guys's? I guess we'll say like, what is your guys's? I guess villain you guys hate the most I created.
Does the
I
Dean
really hate
count?
that.
The Dean
I was
does
like, I
count.
hate the
I
Dean
hate the
twins.
Dean. Yeah, I hate them. I'm sorry.
My answer was gonna be the Dean twins.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Does anybody else have a different answer?
It's like their self-centeredness that really irks me.
I kind of just want to say all of them. Just fuck all of them. Fuck them.
But if you had to pick like one,
Fuck them. My answer doesn't change. I mean, if you want to know who I think is a good villain, I think Mr. Zegan is a good villain because that guy did fucking nothing. Blowing on the radar did nothing for the whole entire.
I also liked
session.
Vex's boss.
Yeah.
He was gonna be a
And it
major
turns out
villain.
that guy's the mastermind.
not any fucking more, bro. 6 feet underground.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, he's gone. He's dead.
He is now in major pain, even if he survived that, because he's 6 feet underground, covered in ice.
Yep.
My Traveler says I still really hate Cole. That scamming fake ass bitch, fake ass bitch, fake ass bitch, fake ass bitch, fake ass bitch.
Yeah, Dark. What's your least favorite villain? What's your least favorite villain you hate?
It's the Dean twins, specifically the Dean 2, because I haven't gotten to kill him yet.
Yeah.
Literally, the Dean 2 is a good villain, and yeah. I wonder what. And I guess while we end off here, I just got one thing to say. I hope you all enjoy.
I have one more question.
Oh, what is your question?
Are you subscribed to HiveAU?
I thought it was
If
gonna
you're
be
not-
a genuine question. Damn it.
you should subscribe. If your answer was no, make it a yes and subscribe today. Because you made it to the end of this video, you obviously have to be interested in what's going on here. Subscribe to the channel. Click the links in the description to join the Discord. Maybe there's some links to other channels down there. Maybe you go subscribe to those. Maybe you have a good day, watch some more content. I'm just saying.
I have one thing to say as well. Cheers to having made it this far, friends.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, we appreciate you sitting through 3 hours of this.
See, that's not that fucking question.
But
You got it.
Good smash Queen D.
God damn. Seals,
Made
I
it
will
this far in this
Hold on.
video, and us having made it to however many subscribers we're at this point.
We actually
I think 510.
are at 511. We've been slowly actually getting more than usual, and now that we've passed 500.
Oh wow.
Normally I'll get like 1 or 2 a week, but after we hit 500, I'm getting like 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah.
Alright, see?
Cool.
That's that's like there's 511 of you that can say yes. So if you're not one of them and you said no, be 512, maybe even 513. Maybe by the time you're watching this, you're gonna be 600. Who knows? You should.
I'm scared to ask what you mean by that.
But yeah,
No, that's not what I meant. I could.
cheers to 500 subscribers. Here's to at least another 500 more.
Yeah, and watch the Sword Art Online fucking campaign when it comes out.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Also, for the last card,
Yeah.
I made Booster Turtle, basically a fire monster version of Sonic Duck, with the flavor text.
Nice.
This turtle learned to fly with
Wow.
booster rockets. Who gave the turtle booster rockets?
I like
I think that's something X would do. Just like, I wonder.
But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you all enjoy. Have a great night. Hive.
Just
Goodbye.
in all caps.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hive.